Hello. Hi. Hello there, beautiful human beings. How are you? Welcome to Happy Jack's RPG, an all-original Mausritter adventure called What About Bob?
What about Bob?
Sorry, I for a second forgot where I was. What about Bob's? What about Artem? Hi, my name is Artem. My pronouns are he and they, and we are so stoked to have you here with us. I'm joined in the studio by a group of mousy, marvelous, majestic humans who are humans. That's right. Trademark.
Always
Patent.
wanted to be a human.
Me too. I think that's my new pronoun. Unlocked.
Yeah,
We're just
unlocked.
making more. You said there's only two infinite.
Yeah, right.
Infinite
Pronouns.
Pronouns.
That's correct.
Never
In this room,
end.
infinite pronouns.
That's right. Pronouns abound in this room. Well, yeah, hey, shout out trans love, trans joy, trans happiness all day, every day.
Yay, we love you.
Forever. And, folks, you might notice that we are one human short tonight. Our dear Bill Roper, the human who plays Bob 303, is a little under the weather, so we are going to forge on ahead without Bill.
So sad.
So sad.
It's like little mousy sneezes.
Little bubble on the nose.
Oh no, stop.
And his weak little tail is totally
dragging.
No. He did need a rest.
He needs a rest really well. So we wish Bill and Bob 303 all the best. But folks, let's say hello to the humans in the studio today. Starting on this side in a brilliant, gorgeous red hat for all the listeners at home. Please introduce yourself,
I
Mumin.
love how much you love this hat that I bought at a gas station. It hit.
Yes.
My
It's real
favorite
good.
hats
Yeah.
are literally things I buy. I'm a shopaholic. Hi, my name is Terry, and I will shop anywhere. It's like really a problem, and especially if it's like fashion. People are like, "You really?" I'm like, if you want something that no one else has, you're probably buying it at a gas station.
Somewhere real obscure.
Or someplace really
Yeah.
random off the side of the road. Like I love like a roadside spot.
Oh, Terry.
Anyway, yeah, I got you. Don't worry,
Ralph's-
Kai. Kai, when I saw you, I was like, we're gonna be best friends
Yeah.
forever. I already know.
I mean, Ralph's merch, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Honey.
little Ralph's California shirt.
Don't get me
Oh.
started.
A TJ's tote bag? All
Yes.
day.
Okay, kids. Anyway,
Anyway,
off
back
the
to you,
track,
back
off
to
the
you.
track, back to the show. Hi, I'm Terry Gamble here, playing. Who am I playing? Oh yeah, Bob B. Socks, aka Bobby Socks. My pronouns are they, them. Bobby Socks is whatever the heck you think it is. Probably he, him though. And what else do I need? I already went off the road. Let's get back.
was
I'll send
spectacular.
it.
Gosh.
Spectac. Let's go. Keep the show
Spectacular.
going.
And another glorious hat
Oh,
for all the
goodness.
listeners at home.
A different shade of red. Hi, everyone. I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I am back playing Bob and Lure, who uses he, they pronouns. And this is just his nice little fisherman's cap. I don't...
Pretty cute.
So it is.
Yeah. I choose to believe it's like the end of a glove. Yes, that he just like lopped off and pulled on his
Oh,
head.
it's the thumb.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry.
And stepping up next in yet another
Oh my
glorious
gosh,
and
fetching red hat.
outstanding. Yes.
The FOMO is real.
Is this
For those at home,
is this
Joey
Captain Ahab in the
Joey
flesh?
just put we all have red folders for this campaign, and Joey just used the beautiful red folder.
Baron Mounthausen with us in the studio.
Looking like a baron for sure.
Yeah.
You're at Mousehausen.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
We're cooking.
I am Joey. I have he, him pronouns, and I am playing Bob.
He has them.
Right there in his
They're
pocket.
right here in pockets. Right next to this weird ring I found.
No.
Hey.
Anyway, I am playing Bob Hope, who also uses he, him pronouns, and I'm just a little mousy guy, and it's fine, and it's great. And I think I murdered Kai, and I'm this sorry about it.
What is, that is the true terror of the ring. You put it on, it turns into a cis street man.
Oh.
Ah.
Leave.
Well, we are going to be confronting lots of mysterious
What's
mysteries
straight?
today.
I don't know what that is. I've never been on a straight path. Never been on a straight anything. Oh, just kidding.
I've always
No.
strayed.
Okay. Anyway. Yes. Go on. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm gonna wrangle myself.
Okay, so today let's start us off with a tiny little recap.
mouse
Okay, let's get ourselves back into the zone, into this little fantasy land. So again, folks, we're playing Mausritter, an old original adventure called What About Bobs? And this adventure is set in the Fairwilds, not Fairwilds.
Nope,
that's me.
Yeah.
In the Fairwilds, pardon me, these wilds are so fair. In the Fairwilds, filled with critters that are all very, very familiar to all of us. There are cats and dogs, and there's also snakes and pigeons, etc., etc., etc. So, right now we find ourselves in a recap. This recap happens a year, maybe two, several ages later after this adventure, as the glorious story of this band of Bobs is being recounted. Who's it being recounted to? Why, it's a cute, tiny little baby mouse being tucked into bed by two loving parents, two very gruff-spoken city guards. That's right, if you recall the city guards from Session Zero, who had a
my
gay wedding on our
loves.
very first session
Yeah,
ever.
on my boat.
And as they're tucking this little mousy kid of theirs in, that's right. And those brave Bobs, they saved the Jeremys from quite a hootenanny. Was that right? That's right, dear. It was quite a hootenanny. Nobody liked this hootenanny at all. Turned out the opossums were being puppeteered by this nasty owl, a wizard. But they sure sang a tune. They sure did, dear. They sang a tune and they spilled the beans. They poured their guts out. It looks like the industry for the opossums at that age was very difficult. It was really difficult to break into the entertainment industry as an opossum back in those days. Hopefully things are different nowadays.
But it's still hard. I'm so sorry.
Well, Dad, what else happened? Well, we're just getting to the good part. You remember Jeremy Allen White? Oh, how can we forget it, Jeremy Allen White?
I've never forgotten.
Well,
Never
it seems
forget.
Jeremy Allen White was a hero, and he held some steves, a few mice that had actually gotten to the town of Jeremy's and had been able to get out of there before the opossums showed up. But the opossums were hot on their trail, and two opossums charged off into the woods after those steves. Oh no, were the steves okay? Well, we're gonna have to find out, because the Bobs, they forged ahead, and they found themselves in a clearing next to a beautiful, clear spring. Is that the spring where Jeremy Allen White goes to get water in his super tight white tank top? That's right. That's where he goes to get water, wearing his super tight white tank top. You're really good at picking up with details. And
Someone is having good dreams
Yeah.
after these stories of all.
so that's where the Bobs are. They're in this clearing next to a very clear, beautiful, nice spring. There's a waterfall gurgling, and there's a strange structure, squarish, sitting aloft from the ground on 4 columns. From within it, there are some snorts. Oh, and what happens next? Well, what happens next? We're gonna find out tonight. So, Bobs, you find yourself in this beautiful clearing. The ground beneath you is a little wet, so there's a boggy kind of expanse stretching out to the edge of a spring from which the water, even in the moonlight and this darkness, seems to be kind of glittering. It's just so clear and crisp. The entire area has a kind of a sense of fog all around it, a little blanket of what would seem to be of steams up from the boggy, peated area. Towards one direction, there's a beautiful shale waterfall from which water is cascading into this gorgeous clear spring. But right now, next to you is a precarious structure, squarish-like. It seems to have perfectly sharp edges. Its western wall, its eastern wall, its top and its bottom seem to be completely perfectly straight edges. But the front of it, its front wall, seems to be made of some kind of bulbous protruding glass. Glass that seems to be filled with, you can't tell, silver dust, sand of some kind. This front wall seems to be mostly shattered. as if a great big opening had been smashed through the front of it, and jagged edges of this thick glass filled with a silver sand are kind of staring out at you. This entire structure stands aloft on these 4 column-like legs. They're tall enough that you can actually pass under the structure. And it's hard to tell how long this structure has been here in this place. It's wedged deep enough into the mud where the mud has like dried and gotten wet again, dried and gotten wet again. It just seems to be caked, almost just completely enmeshed, embedded with the earth. Beneath the structure, you can tell that there is a smattering of strange steel parts, bent pieces of wood, or something else that seems to contort. Debris of all sorts seems to be kind of scattering from the very bottom. And something catches your eye as you look at this debris because light seems to be emanating from it, which draws your eye upward. And you can tell that even in this clearing, with, again, let's say almost completely dark, a beam of moonlight seems to be kind of hitting you. And it seems like light is pouring through the top of this structure. And what you're seeing beneath it is the light getting through. So it seems that there's an opening to the structure from the top as well as on the bottom.
Oh.
All right. And so it stands there looking at you with this precarious, ripped open facade. Some vines snake down across the front of this broken facade from the top of this structure. And that, folks, is how you describe it. 1989 Panasonic 36-inch TV.
Yep.
36,
right.
That's about right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So to you as mice, this is kind of like, I don't know, it's like a 3-story apartment building.
Yeah.
Huge.
This baby can fit
significant.
so many mice in it.
That's right. It's so
I got him. We're back.
Oh, wow. What's the real estate here? And of course, let's not forget the very final detail is that as you look upon this, a snort seems to come from within. And that snort is followed by squeak. There seems to be an echoing squeak that comes from within this strange rectangular alien structure. Bobs, what do you do?
Bob and Lure pulls that long hook arm and sort of takes a squashy step forward. I think Steve's are in there.
I think you might be right. And even if it's not Steve, clearly there's a mouse in there who may need our help.
Yeah, because there was like a harumph. Did you hear that as well?
Bigger than a mice.
Definitely bigger than a mouse. Should we be at the ready? I'm going to grab my little whatever I've got. Oh my God, not much.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my sword out. Not from here. That's stupid. Here, you can't see me on the voice thing. On the voice thing, we're nailing.
We're doing real good.
What's a cool place to pull your sword out from?
Okay.
I mean,
Let us know in the chat. Sorry, that seemed like a very weird request.
I think we can figure it out.
so yeah, I draw my sword and fasten my button shield. Kind of
So cute.
readjust my little leather jerkin.
Heck yeah.
Like, okay, I don't know what's in there, but we've got to save that mouse. Those mice.
Yes.
No mice left behind. Let's go. I have my little spore mask.
Oh,
Just in case, you
that's
know.
right. You put your spore mask on.
Mhm.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So as a fungal farmer,
Mm-hmm.
Terry's character Bobby SOCKS had picked up a spore mask.
Got the fungus among us. You never
That's
know
right.
what we're gonna need.
You wanna, yeah.
If I gotta blow a little fungi in someone's eye, make him calm down. Take a
You
little,
know?
take a little trip. Take a little trip
Oh,
with me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we have you guys witnessed Bobby Socks in his mushroom mask before?
I think I've worn it like once.
Yeah. I think it was down in the bends.
Yeah,
Mm.
down in the Moines.
Yeah.
Now, in my brain, it's almost looking like a mousy plague knocker mask.
Yeah,
Is
that's where
that
I'm at.
what we're going
That
for?
sounds great. And
I'm
I
thinking
think
like
you.
World War II gas mask. Yeah.
Those are so
With the
terrifying
weird
to me.
hanging bulbs.
Oh,
yeah.
come on, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I find them
Or the ones
so
with the long
terrifying.
tubes.
With the little- with the-
I've worked
yeah.
in the military. I know way too much about this.
Yeah, upsetting. I was actually telling my friend to go visit the military museum at the Tower of London yesterday.
Yes.
And they're going to
I've
London
been
next month.
playing too much of this game called Inscription, and there's a whole thing where this character keeps putting on masks that you
Oh,
keep
yeah.
confronting, and there's one of them is like this
Oh.
weird spore mask with two faces.
Oh,
And-
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
cool.
imagine more like in between like Plague Doctor like vibes versus yeah. I'm gonna go
Plague
go
Doctor
retro.
masks. They're
Yeah.
actually
Sweet.
useful and cool.
Yeah. So as you all get dudded up, how do you want to proceed? So before you, this TV structure, I obviously don't know what the TV is, but it's a TV. And so it seems to be that there's been some kind of opening made in the bottom of it, which I think you just deduce based on the fact that moonlight is falling from top, that there's been something that there's a hole up top, there's a hole on the bottom, there's all this debris on the floor. And then there's a hole smashed, not even a hole, just kind of most of the glass has been smashed out, and there's like shards and stuff, and all these other weird bits of bent metal that are up at the front. Where you're standing, your torches don't quite catch enough light for you to be able to really see inside. And the moonlight from where you're standing, it's like the actual facade of this thing is in shadow. So you're gonna need to get close if you want to see it up front.
Now, question about this hole in the bottom.
All right.
Is it on the ground or is it an elevated TV? Is it TV on legs?
The TV's on legs.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
This is probably older than
Yeah, TV on
89.
legs. We're talking like 70s.
This is more like a
I had an
70s
80s TV that was on legs.
Yeah.
It was pretty
On its
sweet.
last legs. Wow.
I had it in the 2000s, and it was great. I had like a
That sounds
classic,
awesome.
and I had a classic Nintendo I had attached to it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it had the
Oh,
ears,
yeah.
the whole thing.
Mm,
It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, old school.
that's
yeah.
the good old days of the ears on TV.
Yeah, nostalgic.
So, but it might be quite older than
yeah,
Like a black and white.
yeah, because it's got
you could buy
legs
those
on
in
it.
the 80s too, kids.
Yeah,
Just so you
true.
know. Anywho, it's all right.
You're right. You're
TV
right.
enthusiasts, drop a line in the chat. What era of TV are we thinking of? So,
But no, it's probably 70s then, because if you go too far back, then you're just getting into like stuff that's not as portable, and that's
Right.
a little
Just
bit
like
You're getting the
Big
level
knob
of the TV.
TV.
yeah,
too heavy.
Oh, god, so heavy. Building the wooden cabinets. Oh my god.
yeah, they look like.
But
exactly.
I feel like that, like, I think you were right about the 1989. Honestly, that's about what it was.
It's good. Yeah.
They still had that fake wood paneling on it.
Yes, that's right.
Talking about Taylor Swift, 1989. What up, babies?
Hey!
But yeah,
So back to your question. This hole in the bottom. Yeah.
All right, so then Bob and Laura kind of looks it over and assesses it like I think like a mouse manned boat that he had seen before that was made out of like a box.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like a tissue box holder or something.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
kind of looks it over, looks at the top, looks at the bottom. Well, the interesting thing is that we could probably fit through that, but if whatever's in there is bigger than us, it might not fit through this bottom hole. So if we
Science.
go in and out that way, I mean, we can squish through a lot of spaces.
Mhm. I think you're right.
There
We
are
could build a
benefits
trap.
to being the smallest thing in the forest, aren't there?
Well, technically, there's bugs.
They're delicious. Bugs are delicious. And friends, all right. Shall we then?
Yes.
All right. Spectacular. So where do we want to go through the bottom?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it.
As we get closer, like, can we see? Is there any signs of are people like ways to climb into it that are not the bottom? Like you said, like the opening's kind of smashed in. So is there any kind of roping or anything that are
I
allowing
imagine some
people
of the vines. I was wondering if we could climb up the vines.
So if you want to climb the vines, they're on the front of the
Uh-huh.
TV. So you'd be crawling up the front, possibly going into the smashed-in opening,
Right.
or going all the way to the top because the vines could seem to drape over from there.
Mhm.
Underneath, though, even as you're kind of examining it, by the light of your torch underneath the TV, you're able to see that there's a lot of debris that's also kind of been caked in mud and
Mhm.
clearly has been here for a while. And some of the chunks of it also have these like distinct sharp angles. You know, this might have been some kind of piece of like motherboard or some kind of bits of plugs and stuff that have been tossed and ripped out and just stayed there for a while.
It's the old Nintendo. It's there.
It's Terry's childhood Nintendo. But there's nothing specifically hanging. Like you don't get the sense that somebody's used this hole
Okay.
specifically recently or something. Mm-hmm.
I was basically just trying to determine, like, what do they see as the main entrance,
Yeah.
so that we don't necessarily go through their front door.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
Stealth.
I think it's just kind of looking it over. It seems hard to tell.
Sure.
Yeah, what would be the main entrance? But as you approach, it's a good height above you. You
Okay.
know, it's probably, I would say probably like mouse height is, it's probably like 2 mice tall.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So how do you guys want to proceed?
Bob and Laura just walks up to the bottom, kind of puts his squat little mouse body there. All right, everyone up.
I'm gonna
The
climb.
base.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Hey. Ah. Tuck and roll.
I love this.
Incredible.
Okay. Fantastic. So I would say to get on your shoulders for somebody to scamper up, no problem. But that third mouse is going to the third mouse who goes up
Mhm.
is going to need to do a Dexy save to climb
I'll,
up there.
I'll do it.
I was gonna use my hook.
Oh, if you could use your hook,
And
fantastic.
Climb up.
Oh, great. Even better. Okay, in that case, you can do the Dex, but with advantage.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Perfect.
take it.
All right. Bob and Lore sets up base.
Okay, well, that's success. Is there...
Bobby Socks gets on the shoulders,
Easy peasy.
and there you go. And Bob Hope scampers up.
It's almost like fishing, right?
Oh, totally.
He reaches down with the hook and just like pulls up a little mouse.
Fantastic.
That's so cute.
Amazing. Okay, so you climb up into the TV. So we do this little route. You guys pull yourself up. You've climbed up inside the TV. The moonlight spills down onto you, and the inside of this structure is unlike, I think, any structure that you mice have ever been in. There are parts of this area that seem to jut out inward on these sharp angles. I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of a TV, they've got these these old TVs
Yeah.
have these so there's like a
Big Right.
yeah, there's like this big ray thing that kind of concaves inside. There are ledges all along the structure,
Oh,
kind of giving it a sense of like that there's like a second story.
We're in a Bond villain lair.
And
I was all summer camp. Like you're like Bond layer. I love it. I love.
and judging from where you're standing, the hole up top is where the moonlight is coming through, and the moonlight is the hole itself is big enough that the moonlight is able to touch a big portion of this area, but it's also casting about like 3/4 of it in shadow, and just these sort of ruins of strange metallic and wooden parts and parts that kind of to you appear as like strangely maybe plant-like, but they're actually like plastic that's like been like warped and bent in strange ways, piled, staggered all around. So there's like parts of this space that are not quite immediately evident to you. So there is a ledge that is a little bit on the higher point on the opposite side of the TV from where you are right now. And next to you, there's a few piles of ruin and rubble that seem to be maybe covering things. And there is also the spot where this concave tube, is that what it is? The glass tubing of the screen, that where it's been smashed so that you could potentially climb through it to the outside. So where do you guys want to explore?
I think Bob Hope wants to try to get up on that second ledge to get a better bird's eye view of kind of what's going on.
Fantastic.
So I think what he'd like to do is maybe climb up one of those plastic vines, and if he has to, maybe do a little swing to get to the, get to the other ledge.
Fantastic. So
Buckle some swash. Let's go.
I'm buckling in.
I got my buckles. I need some swash. Okay, so we want to climb some of those strange vines to
Concerning that they're getting
The
ready
ledge.
implements.
Right? This is a lot.
hello.
Hi.
I'm writing things down now.
I'm scared actually.
Okay, climbing.
That put the fear in you.
Yeah,
that
that one got
Artem's
me.
writing, taking notes right now about what's
About
going on, about what we
something.
like.
Well,
Yes,
it's like
they're
playing D&D and someone's
climbing.
rolling behind the screen.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
As a person who's
Sure, no
kind of
problem.
an evil
Just
GM, that frightens me.
All right, here we go.
I love that. I
Um,
need to have you GM in a game. Okay. Sorry. I want the evil.
as Hope gets ready to climb, Lure, what are you interested in?
I think he looks around and looks at the weird knot sculptures and kind of follows the edge to the like pile of detritus, and it's just like, I want to know what they throw away, and just kind of goes over and kind of starts to dig in the gack to see what might live here.
Oh, digging in the gag. That is the name of my memoir, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fall into the gack.
Fall into gag. Love it. So you are perusing the debris and the gackage. What about Bobby Socks?
I wanted just to look around the ledges and see how I can get up to the next level and like without being seen. Like I'm like, is there a way to like sneak?
So,
Yeah. Okay. So
Mhm.
you're examining. You're kind of examining the safety of the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mhm.
love this. Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to live in the shadows.
So, having been motivated by this like grunt and the squeak that brought you in here, it takes you a moment right now to acknowledge, oh shit, Bob 303 and Squeaky Steve are now here with you. And you can slightly, ever so slightly, still hear Bob 303 muttering to Steve about something. And they're somewhere outside. And what they get up to, we'll find out next week. But in the meantime, it's just the three of you. Yeah, it's just Bob 303 being. And there was a bird like this. Squeak. Yeah, squeak.
Still trying to go through a
Yeah,
whole
see?
story. Oh my god. I love them so much.
He's telling him about his favorite rocks.
yeah.
Yeah, and I got this rock by the river, and this one also by the river. This one, well, this was from the river too. Squeak. All right. So while Steve and Bob 303 bond, let's find out what happens. Hope,
Yeah.
you approach these dangling vines that are on the other side of the room. You're looking at like there's like 3 or 4 of them that are hanging down. Each one of them is smooth. One of them seems to be, again, like there's like just like shadow. You're only able to see so much of this place. One of them seems to have bumps along it. It just seems to be like, rather than being smooth, it seems to be like bulging out
Okay.
in these like continuous bulges.
Say it again.
I don't
Keep
think-
going.
It just doesn't say bulge that often, and when
No.
I do, it just seems like. Anyways, this wire is bulging all over the place. Just
Oh.
bulge.
Dance belt.
Ah!
As you approach, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, if the bulgy wire is going to be easier to kind of like get a grip on and swing across, that's his thought. Like if that looks like it's going to be the like, if it looked like knots in a rope is kind of what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's going to kind of be the case there, he wants that one to go more purchase when he swings.
Okay. Hope.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No.
Hey, that's a 1,
hey.
baby.
Yes, fantastic.
Good work,
Oh.
guys.
Thank you.
As you reach
I
for this
don't like
bulging
this.
rope, just at sort of at like the last moment where you could, you notice that these bulges move, and as they do, they shake a little bit and they catch a little bit of the light, and it is unmistakably the carapaces of ladybugs.
Oh.
Tons and tons of ladybugs that are swarming over the cord. Now, as we flip through the yellow pages of the friends and foes of the mice, we know that ladybugs and pigeons and moles and capybaras, we know that all of these are friends.
Yeah.
We don't know how we feel about snakes. These
Depends on the snake.
What's that?
Depends on the snake.
Depends on the snake. The ladybugs are familiar to you because they are friendly. As you go to reach, they are moving around, and you notice the bright shining of their tiny eyes. And that's something you've never seen ladybugs have. It's shining bright eyes.
Oh, no.
And as they move around, you see these tiny pinprick, tiny little eyes glittering all up and down this rope as they're kind of swarming and buzzing.
Oh,
And
I don't like
kind
that.
of a almost like electric hum comes from them. You haven't touched them, but you're very close.
I think there's something wrong with the ladybugs here.
Lure, we're gonna jump over to you as you're perusing the gack.
Think small dog digging.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god, how cute. Uh-huh.
Cool. I love it. Give me 1d6.
Popped out of my. I'm gonna take it. It's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On a 6, as you're digging in this pile of gack, you flip past a couple of bits of, I don't know, shattered motherboard. What is that stuff that's inside a TV?
They're circuits.
Circuits. Yes.
Boards.
Mm-hmm. You peel away some of these layers, and your paw lands on something soft, but also something that feels organic. And just kind of giving like a little moonlight on it, maybe shining your torch on it. It is unmistakably a mouse's tail that has been severed.
Oh. I think we see Bob and Lure like leaning over with his torch, and in the shadow you can see his tail kind of curl around his butt and under his feet.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
As you say, uh-oh, and as you curl your tail in protection, you hear two raspy but somewhat soft voices say, Do you want to see the rest of them?
Oh, God. Lord.
We're going to jump over to Socks. Socks. Keeping to the
What a horror
walls.
movie.
I'm glad I'm keeping to the freaking walls because I'm not okay after that. That is so stressful.
Iconic.
You are moving along the walls, shimmying back and forth.
He's doing his own theme music.
I always. I have my little mask on. I'm like, I'm vibing.
I love him.
All right. So as you bolster your courage with your special little tune, and you're crawling along the walls.
Yeah.
So you see that this you're able to notice that this ledge, clearly, in the way this TV was built or whatever, there was obviously some kind of a fixating, just like ledge that other things were connected to inside for support or whatever. But hey, parts. And so it runs the full length of this structure, and you can follow it to a part where vines had snaked down from the top, right? And they've actually fallen into the middle of this, into the middle of the hole at on the ceiling, and they had gone caught by the bulbous bit of glass that's sticking out, the rest of the the TV screen, and some of them had vined over to one of these ledges, and they're actually closer to where the front entrance, if you would, these vines are hanging down, and they are actually readily accessible to you. And as you can kind of like track them, there's enough moonlight and by your torch, they do not seem to be obstructed by anything. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna climb.
Fantastic.
Going up. Because if I overheard any of that, I'm absolutely wanting to get it as far away from whatever that was.
Yeah. Lure, sorry. Socks. You are able to scamper up to the second ledge, from which you now have a vantage point.
I'm gonna see what's going on down there. Oh my gosh, yes.
And you could see Hope kind of backing you away from that corner.
I'm gonna blow up my torch. I don't want it on. I'm like stressed.
Fantastic. The torch is out. Just mark one usage on it, just so we know. And you can see Hope backing away from something in one corner of the TV, and you could see on the other side of the space where Lure is. Lure also seeming to be perplexed and afraid of something, and you notice that right behind Lure, two quite large spiders are slowly lowering themselves.
Cool.
Hope, over to you.
Oh, sorry.
And you just see this.
Since the ladybugs, the ladybugs are friends, but I assume that they're more like when we try to speak to animals where we can't really understand them. We think they might understand us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? Because they're insects, I think there's a amicable thing going on, and I think it might be like the snake situation. You've interacted with them enough. I'll say there that you have a 50-50
Okay.
the chance of being understood by them.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to very, very carefully
Mm-hmm.
ask them, are you okay?
Okay. So roll me a d6 on a 1, 2, and 3. They understand your meaning. On a 4, 5, 6, they do not.
Nope. That's a 4, baby.
Okay. Great. And let's just recall that we're about at 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
6 decks.
We're trying to save them.
Yeah, I'm okay with not spending attention
Yeah.
on this. If I move my torch towards them, are they registering the fire at all? Like, are they like...
As soon as you address them, they all you can't quite tell if it's a dozen or 2 dozen, but all of these tiny little glowing eyes rotate and they all look right at
Cool,
you.
cool, tight, tight, tight.
This begs the question, what are the ladybugs' names? You know, we've got
Oh,
Ben's for the moles, we've got
Liz.
Yo's for the pigeons.
And I'm like, I'm in trauma. I'm like, no.
No, be creative, come on.
We were talking about Liz before the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Liz.
Oh. And
Lady Liz's.
They're ladies.
Little Lady Liz's.
I love them, actually.
Mhm.
Great. They all turn their eyes to you as you say, "Are you okay?" And they all go, "Liz, Liz, 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 Liz,
Nope, not okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Why did that hit like weird in my spine? I'm like, I don't.
And the buzz was like, good work.
And Bob Hope, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Oh, no.
We're gonna fight our friends.
Dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 da.
That is a 9 under my 13.
Nice.
Love it. Great. You great. You get to act first. What do you want to do?
Cry.
Free action.
Check.
Yep. Cool. So,
Weep as a bonus action.
Yeah.
right. I want to try to use my torch to scare them off.
Oh,
Like, I want to try to
nice.
wave them off, like, full on Frankenstein's monster that, like,
Yes.
Oh.
Tight. I love this. Okay, great. Okay. You're waving it at this collection. This like truly a swarm of these cuties who are a little weird. So I'm gonna ask you to you're trying to impose your will on them. Let's just say
Yes.
this. So let's do a will save, but because there's a whole bunch of them,
sure.
you're gonna be rolling it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay?
Get that dice.
Well, good. No.
Okay, meat to beat, right?
Meet or beat, yeah.
Okay. So that's 1 success.
Love.
Yeah!
Okay. What do you want to do? Duck or not?
Yeah, let's duck it.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you make it?
No.
At disadvantage?
With disadvantage, I rolled a 19 on the second one.
Wow. That was a 2.
No, I wish. There's the
There's
2.
the 2.
Hey!
I said
Okay.
2 and then it happened. We did it, everyone.
All right. So that is a success.
Fantastic. So on that success, the ladybugs, the lizards, they all seem to have like kind of swelled up from this wire, and it seemed like in this swarm were ready to move on you. You could tell that they wanted to like swarm your body. As you wave your torch, it makes them back up. Are you trying to singe or burn any of them?
Not I'm not intentionally trying to hurt them. I'm trying to more just like scare them away. So like,
Great. Okay, I'm gonna say that works and it scares them away. It's gonna put them kind of out of reach of trying to attack you. But now they've fled up to the second story, to kind of the area that you were trying to climb. But now that gives you a moment to catch your breath and
Yeah.
to get somewhere else. Where do you want to go?
not here.
Fantastic.
Away.
Oh, I can't see Bobby Socks because he blew out his lovely, lovely torch. So I think if I can see
Smart.
where Bob and Lure went, probably head towards them.
Fantastic. So you do see Bob and Lore, and you
Great.
see that Bob and Lore is frozen in shock, and that they are to mass of spiders descending behind them.
Cool.
Lure.
Yes, hello. It's me, Bob and Lure, making friends.
You hear these whispering voices. We were hoping someone would come along and find that tale interesting. Just as interesting as we found it. Fascinating. Come take a look at the rest of them.
I have an important question.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
We don't mind.
How long has this been here?
Oh, well, that's a good question. They look at each other. Time. Time, what a wicked web time weaves, wouldn't you say? Yes, I would say that. Before we proceed any further, what are spiders called in this world?
Oh my god, I hate them. Sorry.
Like an
Kind
old
of
lady
love
name.
them.
The Gladyses?
Oh, that's good.
Gladyses, that's right. Of course, obviously, all I can think about is that.
What, Dorothy's? What?
No, but who are their pips?
They're like, all we know is the midnight train to
Aw.
Georgia.
Going back to find. Okay, here we go. So we got Gladyses. So the spiders go, yes, fair point, Gladys. Thank you, Gladys. A day or two, I don't know, an eternity perhaps.
Okay. Should I leave it here?
I-
Should it come with us?
Yes, you could keep it there
Okay.
in case there's other curious mice around.
Is it
And
a trap? Is it a trap?
he's just
And I'm
gonna
wondering if it's a trap. I'm up there going, oh
very
no.
gently set the tail down, grab his tail, and hold on to it, and just kind of like very reluctantly turn around.
These are well, like taken care of spiders.
Mhm.
They do not, they
Stretching
do
their
not.
carapaces.
Yeah. They do not miss meals. So they are, I would say, each one of them is about half the size of a mouse. So they're pretty impressive. Their legs definitely spread
Oh,
out
huge, yeah.
way further. But right now they're kind of curled up in that position where it's all elbows. It's
Yeah.
all on angles,
Mhm.
just hanging down.
Mhm.
The first couple of limbs are
Nice.
starting to unfurl, their mandibles clacking and looking at you. I would say also roll initiative.
Yeah. That feels right.
I'm real glad I climbed up right now and was being weird about going up in the corner.
That's a 1, baby.
Yes. So,
On my wildflower dice.
I love this. So the ball's in your court, Lure, because you get to go first. It's up to you. You can tell that they are close enough to attack,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't attacked yet, and they also descended behind you, so they could have.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely could have.
Those are just things you're observing,
Yeah.
and all tactics aside, it's pretty freaky.
I think. Oh, this is devious.
Go on.
I think when Lure stands up, having his little wherewithal and knowing that there is no rest of that mouse, not that he could save, he leaves his torch there in the trash, still burning.
Oh, so he just drops it into the trash, still burning?
When he stands up, he picks up his tail and leaves the burning torch down in the trash.
Okay. I see. I do like that deviousness. All right. Let's see. Give me I like this. Give me just a plain luck roll. Things in here are old, somewhat covered in wetness.
Yep.
But also, spiders do tend to stick to dry things.
Yeah.
On a 1, I will say that you get to call it either it's going to be at the end of this turn or maybe it's the beginning of next turn.
Mhm.
Something catches fire. If that's what you want.
7.
Wait,
Wait, on a luck roll, I need a
D6, yeah,
D6.
yeah. I was like, how'd you roll
Rolled a
that?
D20 'cause I was
Wow.
like, I'm
Okay,
just
so
scared.
when another dice loves another dice very much.
That's
They talked about the birds.
4.
at night.
I don't know what you're talking
Four.
about. My dad's
Okay.
love no one.
Okay.
Aw.
If, again, you can always spend a die, spend one to see if you really want to manipulate the fire, but it hasn't. The torch itself hasn't gone out. It just hasn't.
Yeah, I just want it to
Fire.
be there.
Just be there. It's there. Great.
Yeah, I just want it to be there. So I'm gonna take the 4, and because Bob and Lore, these spiders are big, and he's pretty sure they're pretty dangerous, but he's a big hardy mouse, and he's willing to gamble.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And the spiders go, "Oh, you're a hardy boy."
Hardy Boy
And-
Mysteries.
And he like pats his little mouse body and it kind of rolls a little.
Say, what brings you here?
Just looking for some friends.
Oh, other hardy boys?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we might know something about that. Yes, we might, Gladys. Yes, we might.
I'd love to hear about it.
We'd like to hear some things too.
Such as.
So glad you asked. Yes, me too, Gladys. And we're gonna cut over to,
Just
Socks.
like rap.
Get it so I'm obsessed with all of your Artem. Your characters are so unhinged
Why
and
is it
wonderful.
giving whatever happened to Grey Gardens?
Yeah, there it is.
No, it's very great, Gardens. The thing is, if you guys weren't here, I'd be playing the same game, doing all the voices and all of your cards too. I'm just a maniac.
I love that.
But
Yeah.
Socks, you're up on this ledge.
Yeah.
Them spiders are definitely communicating with our boy Lure. Also, you definitely catch the glint, and you also see the commotion of
The ladybug situation.
Yeah. Now, are you trying to hear what's going on down there? Because I'll say like that'll probably like a luck check just because you're so
Yeah,
far
sure.
away.
I would love to try to hear what the heck 'cause it looks insane. And I'm trying to. I want to be able to pop in and help if I need to.
Amazing.
Looks like I need to, but I want to make sure I know what I'm stepping into
You're
before
about to
I.
have a lot of fun with 2 spiders. You don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't got a good feeling about this one.
I do think that because the place is more or less cavernous, I'm almost like thinking like almost like a high school gymnasium has like
God.
tall
Yeah.
ceilings. Like it's there's enough stuff in here that it dampens the sound, but there's enough stuff starting to come around.
And sometimes there's those weird little pockets, you know, when you're in a gymnasium too,
Yes.
that are like meant for that amplification.
Yeah.
And also because it's a TV, I'm sure it has some like weird, you know, like
Oh yeah.
Right.
stuff like that for
Right.
how the amplification was supposed to go out of it initially, where there's probably weird little corner where it's like, oh no, if you say it, it's gonna like come out of the thing. I
love
imagine
that. I
too.
love it. Okay, let's say
So,
then
yeah.
on a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
On a 1 or a 2, you could hear your buddies, but on a 1, you'll be able to just actually hear all the commotion.
I'm sorry, that was Kai's
I was
water
gonna do
bottle,
it-
I think.
do it
Yeah,
a
like a
little-
little mouse was over there. I was like,
in
do we have a
studio.
real mouse? Like what?
We have an in-studio Foley artist with us today. Making
ASMR.
squeaky noise.
Am I rolling
A D6.
a D6? That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
put in my little hands. So I just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
Wait, you don't want to roll a 7?
Hold on.
I was like,
Hold on. Right here in my pocket.
incredible.
Okay, that's a 4.
All right.
4s.
So you can't quite tell what they're
with us
you
tonight.
can't quite tell what they're talking about. You're not really sure what they're saying to each other, but you can tell that Bob Hope, describe like the look on your fuzzy little face as you turn away from the ladybugs. What am I
gonna
Fox
see?
So it's weird because he's already kind of a blondish mouse.
Yeah,
The color, what color is in his face and fur,
it's
is
gone.
drained.
Okay.
Because that was awful and terrifying. And also he's running from one awful and terrifying thing into another awful and terrifying
Great.
thing. So he's feeling great. Feeling awesome. Feels very, very good about this plan.
Mm-hmm.
And is definitely not quietly trying not to pee his pants. If he was wearing any.
Aw. Is he saying like a little prayer or something? Okay, how sweet.
Yeah, so that's the face you see there.
Oh, that's not good.
I think Lura's turned away from you, but is definitely facing some spiders. So you
Okay.
can't read their face.
All right. So I'm gonna wanna. I'm from up there.
Mhm.
I am gonna play Oz. I want to say something like try to sound bigger than I am.
Cool.
Love it.
And see if I can like distract so that my sweet little scary, because I see like my little friend needs my little Hope
Yeah.
is running out of it, and I
Oh,
need to
yeah.
make sure I can give him a little bit more just space.
Okay.
So I'm gonna find I'm see if I can find like I talk about those little corners, maybe like a little echoey spot or something that looks like a little spot where I could amplify my little my voice to try to make it bigger
I love that.
and play the great and powerful Oz for a second.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can definitely, these ledges all kind of run along.
Mm-hmm.
And also there is just for reference, those vines that snake out from the top, they also kind of are within reach for you too still. So
Okay, great.
since you kind of use them, they kind of they kind of
Yeah.
droop on an angle out.
Yeah.
But you scurry off to a corner.
Yeah.
You turn, what do you say to get the ladybug's attention?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're just trying to speak to Hope to encourage Hope?
I want to so I want him to know it's me, but I also, don't need the other entities in the other entities in the space.
Right.
I don't need them to be alerted that it's me, but I need them to be alerted that it's something powerful. So I may say something like, okay, no. Brains are so weird, right?
You know?
Okay, and like playing these games is definitely a fun stretch, and
Yes.
I just was gonna be like, the cheese stands alone.
Yes.
and be like, the big cheese is up above watching your every move. And so
Come on, Mouse Fossa.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
and so hopefully that
Oh, that's
them
good.
getting that I'm talking about cheese is for the mice. Because that I feel like is
But-
like a powerful word in our culture.
Yeah, now you've got me thinking of Method Man playing Mufasa.
That would be so,
The cheese stands alone.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, fantastic.
yeah.
Great. So I want to say that's fabulous.
Okay.
You're trying to impose your will.
Yeah.
Let's say that's a will saving throw.
Okay.
Let's roll it. What you're trying to do here is, so what's at stake here? What happens if you mess this up? Tell me how this gets fucked up.
Okay.
So-
Well, hopefully I don't, but if it does, then it just ends up like really squeaky and like doesn't like have any resonance because I pick a corner that's actually like a dead zone, which could absolutely happen, and then it just sounds like I just make too much commotion,
Great.
or maybe I fall and like
So on the success
Uh-huh.
you get not on the one but specifically on the success
Okay.
you sort of perplex the ladybugs.
yeah,
Kind
enough
of
to
keeping
like
them at bay.
to keep them at bay, but to like give some hope.
Yeah.
Right, and like so that there's like I can still see you,
Uh-huh.
like there is up above there. If you keep climbing, keep going, like
Okay.
we can get out of here. Because I know
Alright.
there's got to be, because I've already seen the vines on through the top. There's got to be a way to get out of through the top.
All
if we need
right.
to.
And on a failure,
Only way is up.
your voice is squeaky, and that might cause some additional things.
So much stress.
Things are-
Okay.
Things are gonna get messy.
Her name is trying to kill us tonight. Murder. He's like, here's your character sheet. Just because you're gonna need another one later, like before the game, just so you know, so you're ready.
Just for shits and gigs.
So you're ready if you die.
All right. And so what's your will?
Okay.
What is your will?
My will is 12.
Okay, great. So you just want to roll 12 or under.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take it because both of those were under, even though they're out of the tray. I rolled an 8 and then I rolled a 2.
Oh,
Nice.
incredible! I love it.
Mhm.
Your voice gorgeously resonates out. The cheese.
That's correct.
That's right. The ladybugs, all of their little eyes in this sort of growing cloud of them that were focused down on Bob Hope now, look up to you, and they kind of almost sort of thin out into kind of like almost like a kind of a cloud, a bubbling cloud of just kind of hovering, looking into the darkness because you're kind of in a corner, and you can't quite be seen, but your voice resonates out there. Luckily, Hope, you recognize your buddy. I think you clock right away what's going on. So I'm going to say that what's happening is that so long as something else doesn't go amiss, the ladybugs are actually completely off off of you. They're just focused on whatever's happening in that dark
Oh, good.
corner.
Okay.
Hope, over to you. Nice. All right.
looking at the two spiders and Bob and Lore, does it look like... Are the spiders taking an aggressive stance? Is that kind of the vibe I'm getting? That's the kind of vibe I feel like I'm getting, but I want to make sure I'm reading it correctly.
Oh, well, I think I'm not gonna mince words. I think there's no reason for you not to take it as an aggressive stance because they're definitely I feel known to you as predatory. I think it's probably not that they're foes per se,
Right.
but definitely. I don't
They're
know,
in danger.
Are there stories that you've been told to keep away from spiders?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so...
But you also note that they are not currently like lashing out. That they
Right.
are seem to be engaged in conversation. So up to you what you want to do. They're focused on lore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think the plan is I would like to try to kind of stay at their 6 and be ready to pounce on them should they attack. Like, should they go in for any kind of...
I love that. Okay, great. So I think this is a very advantageous thing. So I want you to give me a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
because I'm thinking you're like sneaking up next to the pile of gack and refuse, and should things go south, you're gonna be there with like your surprise attack, doing the max possible damage. So give us that dex.
Come on, Dex.
How are we feeling about dex today?
Oh!
Oh
Nope.
no, both your faces. That is whatever happened.
Nope, that was a 17 over my 13.
Do we need?
Okay.
We know ducks.
No, we still got ducks, but I don't...
We're at 5, right? We're at 5.
Yeah, we had
ducks.
6, and then I used 1
Okay,
against
but
the ladybugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can use a duck or describe to me what happens when you screw this up.
How dare you?
I know, sorry.
The best answer.
Yeah. So I think... Do you want to use a duck, or do you want to save him for the actual attack?
I'm tempted to save them.
Yeah. I will say that the thing that's on the table is the spiders noticing you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay. Bravely,
to
boldly,
you.
beautifully, Bob Hope. That's also the name of your memoir.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Bravely, boldly, beautifully, Bob Hope, cute.
Sorry, tangent. I will never remove from my mind the brilliant memory of Joey going, I've got a big heart and a dumb ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big of heart, dumb of ass.
No notes. Amazing. So then describe how they
So I
witness you.
literally think it's a bit of a Han Solo Return of the Jedi moment. He's sneaking up, getting ready to like get in an advantageous position, and steps on some piece of like old machinery that cracks.
Oh,
And they go, hey, 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 sneaky, clever. Ooh, 2 mice, twice for the price. Very nice, Gladys. Like that rhyme. Did you like that rhyme? Very nice, very nice. Is this your friend? And now the both of you are staring at these spiders.
Yes.
Well, does he want to answer a question for us? And maybe we'll answer a question for you?
What's the question?
oh, you were. Sorry. Yeah. You're like Cheshire Cat, like riddling, like.
But as 2 spiders.
But like Tweedledee Tweedledum,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Cheshire
yeah.
Cat. I'm so stressed. Okay, go on. Sorry.
You see, we've run into a mouse like you before. Wasn't a very clever one. No, it was quite rude. So we're not sure how we feel about mice yet. But we've got him... we've got him a little tied up. Yes, that's right. All tied up, nowhere to go. Are you clever?
Well, yes.
Okay. Well, perhaps you can unspin this yarn. You see, Gladys and I we recently got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, Gladys cuts in. It's kind of an exciting and novel venture for us getting married. Yes, we've been thinking about getting married for a long time, but finally, we just did it. Freshly married. And the other Gladys goes, riddle me this. What do you call 2 spiders who are just married?
Newly-webbed.
That's
Really
good.
webbed it.
Very good, Gladys. They are smart. They are very smart. Come. Perhaps, this tickles us. You see, we can eat anytime we want. But clever conversation, so rare. you'll treat us to another riddle, won't you? Oh, please. Oh,
Yes, of course.
oh, good. But tit for tat, and nick for knack. What did you want to know?
We are here looking for mice that may have taken shelter here.
Mm.
Do you know what may have happened to them? We heard one of them as we approached.
Yes. Ah. Mm. I'm afraid that the mouse you heard was probably on account of us. But don't think us cruel or evil. We were tasked to make the mouse squeak.
By whom?
Well, if she comes back, we'll certainly want to be out of her way. Yes, that's right, Gladys. We don't want to mess with her.
Another spider?
A little bit bigger, less webbed.
Feathers?
Gladys look at each other. Feathers? Feathers? No feathers. My paws, actually. 4 of them. Not unlike you, but bigger, much bigger. Yes. With a haunted look in her eyes. Yes, 2 eyes like murky black pools. Halos of light outlining the eyes. A strange creature. We don't like this creature. No, we don't like it at all. We have our whole future to think about. We've just gotten married. We don't want to deal with this creature. And so she's asked us to make the mice squeak. Well, not asked us. She's just making us do it. It's the only thing that keeps her at bay.
Ooh. Well, 2 newlyweds like
Yes.
yourselves deserve to do something more entertaining than make a mice squeak.
Yes, perhaps you can help us deal with this creature.
If we can.
Yes. If we do, will you help us recover the mouse that was squeaking?
Yes, I believe so. If he's still able to squeak, he might be more help than we. He did come with a big horde of tiny, tiny little mice that all squeaked so much.
Where are they?
Hidden, run off.
Why don't you show us your friend and we'll answer another riddle?
And they kind of try to do gracefully, but also they just shit out a string of web.
Yeah.
And ask you hold on. Do you
Bob
accept
and
the
Lure,
offer?
Bob and Lure fully is in one of his big fish stories at this point, and just walks up, wraps his little mousy paw around it like he's a hero in an action movie, and just holds on tight.
Yeah, I think Bob Hope is actually going to wrap the web around his shield.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, that's cool.
So that if things go south, I just lose a shield and not an arm.
Yeah. Smart. Okay. All right. You both have read some good stories.
One of them is smarter than the others.
Amazing. And the spiders, by their webs, hoist you up and begin to carry you aloft as we cut over to Bobby Socks. All eyes on Bobby Socks as a cloud of lit up Lizzie ladybugs are looking out at you. Now they are curious about you, so they're starting to kind of move towards you. You're in your corner, still blanketed by the darkness, by the shadow.
Absolutely, because I am terrified. I'm a little scared.
What's
This is me bleeding into this character hard right now. I'm like, no, I don't like this.
Swarms of bugs.
I know. Why did I say bugs earlier? Because now Artem's like, I got bugs for you today. I was like, we're bigger. I was like, no, but we're bigger than the bugs. The bugs are beating me now.
Aww.
They're just cute ladybugs.
I love ladybugs.
I love a Liz.
I'm a gardener. They're the
I
best.
love a ladybug.
They're adorable, but also not with electric eyes though, and that's stressful.
In that quantity and size.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of that. I
Something
like
is-
regular ladybugs that are quiet. And
Listen, something's amiss with these lists.
something is amiss up in here for sure.
And well, I think you clocked that also right away. Besides the fact that they're so hauntingly just kind of focused on you, their eyes don't glow usually. And also, you've communicated with ladybugs before.
Yeah.
Now, what does Socks want to do?
I want to see if I can break their rakes somehow.
Oh,
Since they all seem to be like locked in some sort of formation. I want to see if I can, whether it's directly try to like break whatever is happening, at least for one of them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get, all of them off of this trip. But I got, some little magic mushroomy rations in my little a satchel with me, and I might break off a little piece, a little something, because they're tinier than us. So I'm gonna try to get to one of their little mouths, but like whichever one I can try to like get to that's hovering the closest, I'm gonna try to put a little spore to you. I'm gonna spore. I'm trying. My brain is trying to come up with something cute. It's nothing cute. I'm too terrified. To spore.
yeah,
To
yeah.
spore on this one. I want to up the score and send a spore.
Get shroomed.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
You are wearing your fungal mask.
Oh yeah.
Okay, rad. I'm just thinking about.
I want to scare him a little bit too with my little like a little creepy mask. A little scary.
So, so is that what you would like to sort of have this mask be capable of doing? Is kind of.
It's obscuring my little.
It's obscuring your.
So that I don't look full mouse, even though I'm like obviously a mouse, but like I want them to be like, is that a mouse or is that like a weird bird thing? Because like.
Yeah,
You
right.
know?
Like, if it's a bird, ladybugs are probably not going to want to have anything to do with
Correct.
it. Okay. So out of the darkness, you fling some rations as they're getting a little bit closer.
I want to like crush up a little bit, just to like, yes,
just a dusting of rations.
yeah, dust spores.
Totally, and like like a goldfish in a fish tank, you all kind of like dart out at the
Yeah.
food, trying to get up on it.
I want to see if that's gonna break the, yeah.
As you see them munching on this food,
Mhm.
on your enchanted mushroom food,
Mhm.
you notice a couple of them kind of bobbing in the air,
Mhm.
and then with like little, they kind of float down and kind of land somewhat softly on the ground.
Okay.
So I think with that dusting, give me a d6 roll.
Okay.
Go.
Come on,
Yes.
babies. Come on, little one. 2.
Fantastic. Half of them eat this rations and kind of gracefully seem to land on the floor. As they do, they just seem very confused and just moving around, very like slowly crawling over one another. But the glow is gone from their eyes.
Oh.
The other half,
Mhm.
noting these effects, like steer clear of the food,
Okay.
and they get closer to you.
Mm.
Roll initiative, please.
Which one is? Oh, the big one.
The big one. Yeah, you want to roll under your dex.
Let's go. Uh-oh.
It's not a 20. It's a 17.
Hey, okay.
Doing great.
That's very impressive. In some
great.
games, it's very impressive. Okay.
Wow.
Artem said, "Not today,
He's
though.
got
Not
jokes,
today.
everyone.
Shall we?
Not today. Not today."
Drag them.
It's fine.
These ladybugs make contact and face, shoulders. They start to crawl over your body. You realize that there was enough of them to completely cover your body. And as they grab onto you, they start to drag. Try to carry you aloft. I'm going to need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, I hate it.
Let's go. Let's go.
One suction therapy.
No, I don't like any of these words. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
How'd you do?
Well, my strength is 12,
Okay.
and I rolled a 16.
All right.
That's good, right?
I mean,
Not in this game.
This might seem like a duckable
Yeah, I
moment.
feel like a duck.
Okay, fine. If
Would
they
you like
if they
to?
deem it a duck,
Okay.
I'll take a duck.
Okay. All
But I'm
right.
gonna
Let's
switch
re-roll.
out. See what else we got in here.
Switch it up. These ladybugs are beginning to drag you up into the air. Can you
Let's try.
resist?
Let's go.
Try this wicked dice.
Yeah.
He's the wicked dice.
If you can't find me, I'm rolling this dice.
Out of the tray.
Out of the tray, but I'll take it because it's under my it's a 9 instead of a 12.
Ooh,
under
fantastic.
12, so
Fantastic. Roll me a d4.
okay, great. It's popular. This dice is popular. I rolled with a green dice and now I'm rolling with the pink dice for
Hell yeah.
people who need to know. That's a 3.
What's that?
A 3.
Okay, you tear away from these nasty lizards, and as you do, their like little mandibles, the little legs peel off chunks of your fur and cut away, dealing you 3 points of damage.
Jeez.
Okay.
Being popular hurts.
Before we switch back over to the spiders,
true.
I want to give you your turn in the combat. Do you want to swat at them? Are you trying to run off? How do you want to deal with them?
Oh my god, if I want to use my time properly, I want to try to get away from those ones and see if I can go talk to the ones that have been shooken, but
Fantastic.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to try to run over to those to where they've dropped.
Great. That's what we'll have you at the top of the next.
Great.
All right. Hope, lore. Let's see. 50-50 that you're observing any of that.
50-50?
Yeah, I think because you guys are pretty consumed with these spiders, I wonder if this would be readily noticeable to you. But
A 1.
A 2.
okay, as you're being carried aloft by these spider webs, the spiders crawling over their own cords, climbing up. You guys are being lifted up in the air, and the ropes you're hanging onto are like ever so slightly rotate, give you full view of this like epic situation of ladybugs falling out of the sky that a bunch just swarming over Socks, trying to pick him up, tearing away at his fur. So you're aware of that. The cords that you're kind of hanging on to keep rotating. You're kind of like not looking at them anymore. And slowly
We
but
turn
surely,
to look at each other.
the spiders get to the very ceiling of the structure, and they gracefully deposit you on a ledge. The ledge seems to be does not connect to the rest of the ledge. It seems there's been broken off, and there, like spider web to the side of the TV, you could see a shape, all wrapped up in web, and just bloop bloop, two mouse ears pop out of this cocoon of web. One of the Gladyses crawls over to this. See, we have to do this once in a while, and she uses one of her legs to press. He goes, "Squeak," and just like a squeak. Oh, a really sad one squeezes out of this cocoon. The Gladyses look at you. Oh, inconsiderate of us. Yes, Gladys, poor manners. Sorry, poor etiquette. Do you mind if we squeeze the mouse?
I would rather you didn't.
Fine.
Given that time is only a fragment of our understanding, could I feed him?
Oh yes, but I'm afraid that would be a little bit tricky. See, he's all cocooned up, and we really have the only key to getting him out of the cocoon.
Oh.
And you'll do that for us?
Yes, but assurances. We need you to help us get rid of this creature that keeps coming in here.
How big is this creature?
Well, one of the Gladyses looks down at the ground beneath you on the TV and points to the rubble that's under there. And now from up here, with the moonlight shining down, you kind of are able to kind of take in the full breadths of this Panasonic 36-inch TV. The glory.
Yeah.
You see that
The TV is 36. The actual screen, though, was like 24.
Yeah,
Because
it's like... and so you see in the rubble, the debris of these strange metallic parts, these weird bent. Are they organic? But they're what you would describe as plastics, right? Plastic bits. And you see that amongst the rubble in there are not to be too graphic, but absolutely torn to shreds 2 bodies of opossums.
So it's big, big.
And the spider looks to those and says, "It made ready work of those. It was very pleased for us to have gotten those 2 to get up in here. Yes, it was indeed very, very clever of us. It was, Gladys, it was."
Huh. Well, my friend here is stout and full of spirit.
You stout and full of spirit? We like the sound of that.
And Hope says, like, normally, this is a lot. If that's what it takes to save this Steve's life, then yes, we will do what we can. But the cheese may stand alone, but we stand stronger together.
Yes.
So if you could release this mouse, perhaps this mouse could help us.
Perhaps that mouse could help you, but can it help us?
Well, it would help us help you.
We want the same thing, don't we?
The Gladyses kind of think about it. They're like,
All of their little feet.
Yeah.
Right?
I kind of love them.
they're like, think, Gladys. Yes, Gladys, I'm thinking. Should we give them a test? Yes, let's give them a test. Quick. Test your wits. We like riddles.
Oh, a riddle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, here goes. Gladys 1 goes, "Alive as you, but without breath." And the other Gladys goes, "Ooh, spooky." "As cold in life as in your death." Spooky still. Gladys 1 goes, "Never thirst, though I always drink." Gladys goes, "Curious." Gladys 1 goes, "Dressed in mail, but I never clink." "Alive as you, but without breath, as cold in life as in your death. Never thirst, though I always drink. Dressed in mail, but I never clink."
Is my brain broken? I'm trying to think about the things that don't clink. It sounds like a possum or an armadillo.
One of the Gladyses goes, "That's a fun one. Yes, we learned that one. Yes, when we found this beautiful home, we were just on our way over from our honeymoon, and we passed the spring. Yes, we met a friend there by the spring who shared this very cute, clever rhyme. We knew it'd come in handy."
Oh, is it a fish?
It is a fish, Gladys.
Oh.
They are clever. They are clever.
I
Yes.
love fish.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Are you a fish and mouse?
Yes. Well, I say hello to the fish.
Yes. And they regard you and go, "Yes, I was curious about your greenish hue."
Well, this is my natural charm gifted to me by the river.
Very charming.
And he fully pets back some of the moss that is permanently in his fur.
Oh my god, how cute!
The Gladyses.
I just want one
Yeah.
of those fan cam of Bob and
The
Laura.
Gladyses is like, "Ooh,
What 40-year-old man mouse?
very fetching." And then they turn to Bob Hope and they go, "You're rather charming too. What about your hue? Where's your green? You're not a river mouse?"
No, I'm a town mouse. I live in town.
"What town are you from?"
From where did we say we were from before?
The Gertrudes.
That's right. From sorry, my brain first went to from Gertrude Stein.
They clack their legs and they go, "Are you quite sure of that answer?"
Is that your final answer?
Roll me a willpower save.
Oh
my
no!
This is going to be the one that gets us killed by the spiders.
Nope, that's a 5, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
They look at each other and go, "Gertrude Stein, we'd love to be more of your friends. This one, not so clever, just rude. This one over here."
Why is it rude?
He kept talking about making a deal with us. Kept trying to bargain. Yes, he's trying to negotiate the sale of this property. Kept talking about giving us royalty fees. I don't know, royalty fees for what? And Gladys, I know, I'm confused. This mouse seemed to be completely out of his depth, but also he was quite hurt. I think he was trying to protect those squeaky mice. They ran off, but he couldn't quite make it away from those opossums. But yes, but then she came and she made short work of them, didn't she? Yes, she did. We've held on to him. He's our only assurance. She's not going to try to get us or ruin our home so long as we have him here and we can lure other prey in here for her. The tough bargain. I'm just going to say that as this is going on, time has passed.
Of course it has.
Time has passed. Everybody give me a just a luck roll. It's a 50-50, so on 1, 2, and 3.
That's a whole 6.
Hell yeah.
2.
Okay, hell yeah.
Very different.
Yep.
2 different, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I think, what is pulling Hope's attention right now?
So, you know, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you do the sounds,
I love it.
I'm gonna die.
Hold
Yep.
their legs.
Yeah, it's... I think what's pulling Hope's attention is just being very aware of his current surroundings, like his immediate surroundings. Make sure that, like... Because I've heard that spiders will lure you back to their web, and then you're stuck there forever, and that you're going to do this thing. Like, are we sure there's only 2 of them? So, like, Hope is very, like, trying to keep a brave face, but his eyes are constantly darting, like, trying to make sure everything is fine. But then he's not concentrating.
Got it. All right. Great. So, while Hope is focused on this, having heard the riddle's answer of being of fish, you think about the spring that's outside, and that's when you hear that snorting that first drove you here. You hear it somewhere not too far away, nearing this structure you're in right now. Socks, having gotten almost off your feet and lifted by these ladybugs, you're trying to kind of assess where they were going to be dragging you. You pulled away. You're in your corner for a second, and very now, in your opinion, very close to the structure. You hear that same breathing, that same snorting that had pulled you into the TV to begin with. So the two of you are aware of it. Hope you're a bit in your own thing. We'll come back in a second, but right now it is Socks. Your turn. Okay, so you pulled yourself away from the ladybugs. You have a moment now. You're trying to scurry away, and you said you wanted to check.
I had the little ladybugs that actually like ate some of the freaking spore.
Yeah.
And wanted to see if they could, communicate with me at all. Excuse me. Me trying to assess the situation, get information, and be diplomatic before I fight anything. I'm using the skills I have as a diplomatic little mouse.
the diplomat.
Diplomouse?
Diplomouse, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that's like Dead Mouse and Diplo did it on the collab. Dear God, I hate it.
That's it. It's the mashup you never knew.
I
In
know.
this town?
In this time?
Actually, oh yeah, I probably
Probably
saw it.
down
I
already,
don't
yeah.
remember. Anywho, so I want to see if I can talk to the ladybugs that are shooken off of the spell.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Be like, hey.
So that means you'll need to scurry down away
Yeah.
from the.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So describe how you scurry down and how you approach the ladybugs that are down on the floor.
I scurry down as stealthily as possible, but it's a little tough in that mask sometimes. It's a little
Thunk.
The beak is snagging on cords. and
Yeah,
cables.
it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna make it okay.
Fantastic.
And then I want to just be, guys. I'm sorry, Liz.
And they crawl to you, and they look. You kind of just see their tiny little eyes that seem to be almost like just perpetually kind of glossy in a kind of way that like I for some reason picture ladybugs as having just like this like pure like anime eyes.
Yeah,
with
Wide
these-
eye.
yeah.
Yes.
And they just go. They go. Liz, buzz,
Liz,
buzz, buzz. Buzz,
do you even
buzz,
know what
buzz.
you were doing?
buzz, buzz.
Oh no.
Buzz, buzz. And then
No.
another ladybug comes over and kind of puts a tiny, teeny, tiny little foot on the other one to rub his carapace. Liz,
Oh.
Liz.
I'm gonna put
Buzz,
out a
buzz.
little hand and just like see if I can just like try to comfort them a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, a ladybug, I think, and a mouse, it's like a pumpkin just crawled
Like a
up.
little
on
friend.
your
Yeah.
a little friend. So I'm just gonna go over and
Yeah.
like
Where's
like
storybook growing?
right. Oh my god. Oh,
They all kind of
I need it.
they all congregate around you, and they all kind of like nuzzle your feet a little bit, like puppies. Buzz,
like,
buzz.
I think it's gonna be okay, but I've got to figure out how to get us all out of here. Yes.
And they all look at you, and they with their big glossy eyes, they're not really sure what you're saying.
Oh.
They're kind of having that same thing was going on with Steve.
Oh no.
They just seem to be
You
able to
guys
say
can't
Liz
understand
and
me
buzz, buzz.
either.
Liz,
Oh,
Buzz?
Lizzie's.
Liz,
Oh.
and they all kind of are not sure what you're doing.
I'm trying to show them. Up
You're
there.
pointing up, okay. The Lizzes all scurry into a pile,
Mm-hmm.
and then they
Did they build it?
make a shape.
Oh my god, yes.
So
That's all I wanted. All I wanted was a
you know,
Bug's life.
like
Oh.
it's like 2, 3, or 4 of them make like
Uh-huh.
a torso,
Uh-huh.
and a couple more make sort of like legs,
Mm-hmm.
and then a few more make kind of a bulbous face,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all kind of all sort of floating up a little bit to
Mhm.
kind of show this.
Mhm.
And then they kind of like disperse, and then
Very
kind of
air
like
show of
curi-
them.
Yeah.
That's right, it's the Blue Angels.
Yes. Oh my god. The first
Um,
time I got a
and they-
sunburn on my
And
face.
gracefully they
Blue Angel
they separate, and they're just sort of gathered around you, looking at you, and go, Liz,
Huh?
buzz, 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 buzz.
Oh, okay.
They're not sure what you're saying.
Great.
So, whoa,
Okay.
buzz. And they look at each other.
Mhm.
They go, buzz, buzz, and they all kind of like land on you, and they can just like firmly hold you,
Mhm.
and they all kind of go buzz, 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 and they start to pull you up,
Yeah.
and you give them a nod.
Mhm.
All right, you become airborne.
Yeah.
We got flying mouse, folks.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I can fly. I can
Um,
fly.
As you're being lifted aloft, let's do it like this. I think it's just a 50-50 chance that you're able to communicate to them
Sure.
which direction to take you in.
Sure.
And it's not that they're going to drop you. They just might not take you in the right direction that you want.
I just gotta be like,
Yeah.
I feel very Peter Pan for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
round. Like, which direction shall I?
Amazing.
go?
So you're aloft again. There's
Yeah.
there's a grouping of Lizzes that are still enchanted, confused,
Right.
something perplexed in one corner. In the opposite corner, there's an interesting diorama happening. There's a clearly a mouse cocoon that you can now see, and two spiders and your 2 buddies.
Oh my gosh.
Before we cut back,
Mhm.
what's your next move? What do you think?
I think I want to go towards my buddies and find out what's going on because that is perplexing to me.
Okay.
Making friends.
Give us a 50-50 chance. If you
Sure.
roll, okay.
Mhm.
Terry.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Long
Not
time.
worth it.
I have arthritis in my hands.
Oh no.
So sometimes
yeah. It just
it's
goes.
really.
Yeah.
I wish I had more control. It's
No,
really cute.
I love the
Um,
power of the dog.
I was like, hey,
Yes.
that's
Guess
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh,
you.
that was supposed to be right here in light, but it's cute. That's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay. What's the trade-off? What's happening? Do they carry you in the direction of the bad ladybugs,
Or
are
are they gonna
taking-
drop me?
or do they carry you upwards, up out of the hole? Which do you think is?
Oh, I think they're gonna carry me up and out.
Yeah.
Very
Fantastic.
Poppin style.
You're like this way, and they're like buzz buzz. You're like, no. Amazing. Cool. They carry you up. They carry you up out of the TV,
Yeah.
and which is when you first lay your eyes on the thing that is making the snoring sounds. As we go over to Bob
Artem.
So good at building tension, Artem.
Dun, 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 dun.
Flip this table.
No, my dice are on here.
Listen, it's true what they say. TV rots your brain.
True.
Sorry.
You do that. Okay, great. Hope.
Uh-huh.
The spiders are looking at you. You're going, sir, tell us more about your friends in the town of Gertrude's.
Oh, well,
Gertrude Stein?
yes.
Stein.
Yes.
Gladys, I've never heard of a Stein before, but I like the sound of it. A Gertrude Stein. Yes.
Yes, it's much like any other town. There's the mice there and birds.
Birds.
Yes.
Yes, we're not fond of birds, but on occasion, we've seen a few. Yes, we're familiar with birds. Do you tell stories in your town?
Oh, yes. We love to tell stories.
We love a yarn. We love to weave one. We love to be woven into one. Life is a spindle that we like to pull on. Anyways, Gladys, you're losing the thread. Tell us a story from Gertrude Stein.
Okay. So Bob Hope's gonna think back to the stories that his dad would read to him, and kind of do an amalgamation of like 3 or 4 of them into one story. Very, very into the woods, but
Okay.
so like all these different characters are like together that aren't normally together, but they don't know that. But he's trying to like just give them like the biggest story that he can think of to kind of keep them talking and keep them interested.
Yeah, I love this. Okay.
Very Scheherazade.
Try. And I'll tell you the next story too.
All
Alright, I love that. Brilliant. I think that is just a sweet bit of really committing to the bit, if you will. We're gonna earn you a duck with that.
Hey!
Okay. The trade-off is this. The spiders are all about this story. They're super into it. They want to know more. You do not hear as the creature rushes the TV. You do. So you're prepared for this as the creature rushes it and begins to scamper on it, making it shake and bob back and forth in a very unstable way, causing a almost like an earthquake kind of situation. So you're gonna give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you can't have this incoming.
Cool.
And kind of we're kind of speeding things up
Yeah,
here because
we're
it's all
going.
happening really quickly. And how'd you do?
7. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
My dex is a 7.
Boom, boof, bow, bow, bam, bam. You hear this scampering, extremely powerful impact on the TV as it rocks back and forth. The Gladyses just kind of gently bob. Ooh, Gladys, I think it's that time again. Oh, yes, we got carried away in the story. Oh no. And Bob, Hope, you're gonna roll with disadvantage on this dexterity saving throw.
Sure am.
I think Bob and Lore takes his hook arm and wraps it into some of the vines.
Yes.
And like uses it to sturdy himself.
Fantastic. So you remain up there.
Yep.
How did Hope do?
Nope, no good.
Okay, Hope, you get flung off this off the structure.
Now, question.
Yes.
My shield that I'm wearing is still wrapped up in their web.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Big brain.
Hey, let's go with this. Okay, in that case, you could just roll normally.
Okay.
Were any of those rolls successes?
One was success, yes.
There you go.
Cool.
So I think you lose your shield, right?
No.
No, I'm holding on to
Oh,
it.
you're holding onto it.
So I don't go flying.
So you don't go flying. Fantastic. Oh,
Attached to
brilliant.
Gertrude.
Yep.
We love it. Fantastic. So you've earned a duck, and you're still attached to Gertrude. As something rocks the side of this building. As something rocks the side of the building, the glasses go, oh, my dears, my Gertrude Steins. I'm afraid it's a little late now. Perhaps you can hide, confront? I don't know, are you ready to take on this beast?
I still don't know what this beast is.
I don't even know where to hide.
And they go, all ready or not, here it comes. And they start to like scurry up into the very edges of like the TV up top as we come over to Socks.
Oh
And
no.
Socks, you, as you're being lifted up into the air, behold, leaping up onto the TV, rocking it from side to side. Eyes of pure darkness, ringed with white like halos. But these eyes unnaturally like inky black pools that almost undulate a little bit. Something fantastical is happening to this creature's eyes. But as it claws its way on top of the TV, rocking its structure, you behold a capybara. Now, in the Great Yellow Book, whatever, in the National Geographic of the world of Fairwilds, we've established that capybaras,
Yeah.
as well as ladybugs, moles, and pigeons are all friends to the bobs.
Yeah.
This capybara has got something going on with its freaky eyes they've
Yeah,
never
it's not
seen
okay.
before.
It's not okay.
They're friend shapes. They're not allowed to be mean.
As
I
you're being
know.
lifted up top by these ladybugs,
Mm-hmm.
you spot in this capybara's fur numbers.
Oh no. We're like math. It's so bad.
Numbers,
No,
not numbers.
Every time there's numbers on the fur, something's wrong with the animal because it went through some sort of terrible testing and we don't like that. Or something happened at the weird castle down by the way that we're trying to get to. I don't know.
We don't know.
oh, wizard.
The numbers are 4,
Mm-hmm.
8,
Mm-hmm.
0.
Okay, are we in Squid Game now? Because, like, sorry. Oh my god.
Woo! Okay.
Okay.
Capybara bees with the numbers in the fur.
Okay, gang, we're all going to roll initiative one more time.
Mhm.
Let's just talk about what's happening. Let me just describe the scenes, and then you guys tell me your thoughts, plans, and strategies. So, we've got this big ass TV. It's got a hole in the ceiling. It's got a hole in the floor. Right. It's also got the front of it almost completely smashed out. There's a way to get out and get in through the front. There's a way to get out and get in through the top through a big hole. And through the bottom of the TV, there's a hole that's small enough for a mouse, but markedly not big enough for a capybara. A capybara, I double checked the stats today. I was like, that's a fucking kind of a big dude.
It's a big
Yeah,
animal.
They're a rat the size of a dog.
They're
Yeah.
kind of the size of a dog. Like some grow to be the size of like a pot-bellied pig.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
big. I've seen them.
But they're like 2-foot tall rodents. You
Yeah.
know? I would say this one is probably
Was it a rodent of unusual size?
It might be.
I don't think they exist.
And so this capybara is scampered up on top of the TV, and the hole is big enough for it to stick its snout into, probably reaching its paw. So it's able to kind of dig inside, but it probably be very challenging for this capybara to actually fit all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not to, I'm just laying all the cards here. I'm saying it would be, I think, difficult for this capybara to get in. It could get in. I think it would be difficult for the capybara to then get back out.
Yeah.
So just saying, there are certain dimensional things about this creature that make it both intimidating, but also has compromising qualities.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Agreed.
So
They all have weaknesses.
the capybara is doing its King Kong thing, crawling up the TV. Hope,
Yeah.
Lore, you guys are on this little ledge next to a cocooned mouse. 2 spiders sort of skittered off into the safety and the darkness of the corners. You guys are just there all alone. This platform that you're on this, sorry, what did I call it? A bracket? Whatever. This level you're on, it doesn't connect to any others. It's been broken off. So you're just kind of
Right.
sitting on this balcony. And socks. You're a flying mouse.
I'm in the sky. Take a look. I'm hanging not by the hook. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And so you're up in the sky. You're able to kind of move
I'm like,
around quite a
whoa.
bit. I'll say that the ladybugs are also letting you move around faster too. So as long as you're able to direct them into a direction, you'll be able
Okay.
to move around the space pretty
Okay.
quickly. All right, gang. What do we know? Let's review theories, suspicions, strategies. Okay, let's start with Joey. What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking top priority is getting this poor mouse out of this cocoon. So I'm going to try to cut him out with my sword
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully revive him enough so he's not just dead weight. So we'll see how that happens. And I like the idea that capybara has to go in one way, we can go out another, and hopefully they'll never know. And the spiders can just deal with the fact that we cheated them. It's fine.
Love it. Okay. Yes.
They'll probably try to get a riddle out of the capybara anyway. Like
I love that. I love it for them.
riddle me this, riddle me that.
Spin with us. What do you think, Kai?
Listen, capybaras are chill water guys, and that is Bob and Laura all over. And he's like, "What's going on here then?" And I think he would like to thwart the beast, and by thwart the beast, I mean figure out what's wrong and fix it.
Aw. I'll give you a thwarting
I love us.
for your own good.
Yeah, for your own good. A thwart intervention.
Oh no.
Yeah, you all thwart mention. Great. So thwart the beast, but in a nice way.
Yep. Thwart the beast. Affectionately.
With kindness.
Gently. It might involve some violence, but what's a single fish hook gonna do against a capybara?
A little violence and a little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah.
Just put Satsuma on the top, it'll be fine.
Okay, so nobody can be mad at that. Okay, so great. So want to figure out what's up with capybara. Should be chill. Should be a chill dude.
Yeah, we should be able to vibe.
We should be able to vibe, but we're not above thwarting some sense into the
Yeah.
capybara.
Capybara does not a vibe.
Yep.
And for Socks, as you're hovering about, what are you thinking? Terry? What do you think is going on for Socks? And what's your strategy here and thought?
Super stressful to see a friend of ours with eyes that are undulating like that. I think that was a big shock for me as I got pulled up the wrong direction. Or maybe the correct direction at this point, because I'm like, thank goodness I'm not in there, but also, oh no, my friends are in there. There's a lot going on real fast that my little guy is assessing. I am thinking that I want to help my friends get out of there, but I also don't have 100% control of this flight right now. So I'm gonna do my best to direct myself maybe back to the top of the TV, and just be like, let me down, down, to have these guys drop me down. Hopefully they know what that means, or the Liz's can let me goes, and so I can hop back down through and see what I can do to help with this situation.
Great.
But also realizing that, like, I hope they can see that there's something wrong with this capybara, that it's not a friend, because that to be like, yay, a big guy to help. And it's like, no, not necessarily a big guy to help.
Right. Okay, I love this. So you're stressed out by the capybara. You want to help your friends.
Yes.
You want to get the Liz's to somehow assist in this situation.
But I also want to make sure that they stay safe too, because if they're around that thing too, I'm worried that they're going to get like rehypnotized too.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I love that point. And lest we forget, there is still an enchanted cloud of Liz's who are
still inside.
Still a Miz. The Liz. Okay, gang. Shall we?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Everybody, let's roll initiative.
We
I
did.
did.
I rolled a 7.
Good.
2.
1, baby.
Yay!
Real
All
good.
dokes.
Nice.
Great. So unequivocally, all of you are
I
going
saw you get
to
excited.
act first. We love to see that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I think let's just do this. Let's just do that. Okay, well, whatever. The ladybugs will go after you guys, and then the capybara will go after the ladybugs. All right. The TV is shaking, crashing back and forth. Bits of debris and other strange, which you now are thinking, what is the point of this structure? What do you think is actually the point of the structure to you, the mice, from the mice's perspective, according to the Bobs?
Lore thinks it's an art installation.
Very good, Laura. This is art. Hope.
I love you so much. This like sweet, sensitive little sturdy little mouse
Yeah.
who just appreciates art. I love this character
It's
so much.
giving Gimli, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is a curious cavern we found. It's kind of nice.
I think for Bob Hope, it's some kind of tower.
Oh.
Like some kind of,
Heroic
it used to be
tower.
exactly. It used to be used to like house knowledge or something like it's a ruin of what used to be a grand building.
Ah, yes. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yes, I don't know.
Did
Yeah.
house knowledge once.
Yay. Come on, PBS.
Yeah. TVs are for learning.
Mason. What does Socks imagine that this structure is?
Dagger fuel. Only
Right.
God things have happened here.
Tomb. It's a tomb.
I do only think bad things. It's so sad.
Death lives here.
I was just like, nothing good can come out of there.
Yeah, what was this space used for, do you think?
It seemed like it was a torture chamber.
Oh no!
All right.
So sorry. Little jail.
Okay.
By the spider.
Yeah.
All right. So this structure of many decent purposes, utilities, is being rocked.
So you're saying it's a utility closet. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
That's right. Utilitarian, indeed. This creature hoists itself up. It snorts and gazes into the hole, kind of looking around. The first time that the two of you behold these halo-like eyes, its body kind of blotting out the moonlight. So it is a bit like suddenly there's mostly darkness and just these two glowing rings that float around as this thing is looking around trying to find what's inside. It smells, and it seems to begin to zero in on you. What do you guys do? We're gonna go in order, and we're gonna do this all at the same time.
Yep.
Boom. Hope, your thoughts.
I want to cut out the mouse that is trapped in the web.
Yes. Love,
Our Jeremy friend.
Kai, Lure, what would you like to do?
I have a question.
Yes.
My torch.
Yes.
Is that happening?
The torch down on the floor?
Yeah. Is there fire in this television?
Do you know what? The torch is lit. I think, though, it's just
chilling.
chilling.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just
that's
giving
fine.
you a soft...
I was like, this would be a fascinating moment for her to be extra fire.
I do like that you do gravitate between two elements.
Yeah.
The water or fire.
Water, fire. That's fine. Then Lure will look at this great beast and kind of puffs up his little mouse chest and walks forward and is gonna do something ill-advised that Bobby SOCKS already did, which is talk to the thing that could kill us.
Oh, talk to the beast.
We gotta talk to the things that could kill us.
Yes. Bobby, SOCKS. Your little lady copter.
Not mouse.
M period. O period. P period. S period. H period. Mouse.
Oh, I mean, it's feeling very bad right now, though. We are absolutely in a war zone, and it's not looking good.
My goodness. Well, Socks, what do you think, Ed? What do you want to do? So this creature is like straight up sticking its head in the hole. That might be a precarious way to get back in.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to get that way, but how the heck am I gonna get back in then?
You could
It's
go,
covering the front though, too, right?
No, the front is the front is available.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then I'm probably gonna have to go in through the front. I'm gonna try to go to the
stream.
ledge. Living on the ledge with my friends. I'm gonna try to go. I try to get to my friends. Be like, let us meet again. For those who are listening, me Peter panning myself towards, like trying to give some direction to my little friends, the
Amazing.
lizards.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So, Hope,
Yeah.
you slice away at this cocoon. I'm gonna need you. There's a damage threshold here, just because this thing is meant to be dissolved with spider acid.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
how it would kind of come apart. And if the spider's not careful, they also dissolve the thing that's inside. But you know,
Yeah.
Oh god, oh god.
But I think it is a. Let's do this. Roll me 2d4.
Now, my sword does have damage. I don't know if that is useful at all in this situation.
No, this is just me being. This is me being cruel and trying to figure out how much damage you need to do to it.
Oh, I see. Okay, 2d4.
Yes.
I mean, that is a 1
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh.
and a 4.
Okay.
In the glare, it looked like another one. I
I
got
know.
so excited.
I hoped.
Cool. So yeah, you need to do 5 points of damage to this cocoon to slice it open.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say because you're just whacking at it, you can do for the full D12. There's no.
Oh,
you know,
sick.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's 10, baby.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
I have hope again.
Ugh.
For your friend.
You slice the cocoon open. A very weak and tired mouse flops out, and right away, judging by its plethora of very gaudy flower chains on it, you can tell it's a Jeremy. Oh, thank you for getting me out of there. You got good talent, kid. I can tell you right away. You're something special. Hey, you got an agent? Jeremy Piven.
Yes, we need to get you out of here. Otherwise, you're going to die.
Let's talk brass tacks first. What? I'll die. Hey, I can die when I'm dead. No, what am I trying to say? And he spits up some blood.
You are clearly concussed.
Hey, I can still get you a good deal. Where are we going? Come on, it's your party. You
Away from that thing.
fine, whatever, man. You're in charge. You're the star. You're the star of the show. Top billing. What was that thing? God.
It wants us. We're leaving.
Fine. And it kind of hands you a very weak paw. This is Jeremy Piven. This is the leader of the Jeremys who got tore up from the floor up.
Yeah.
He looks as bad as you can
Is
imagine.
it too late to put him back?
I'm like, what if we leave him here?
That's
Actually,
not the Jeremy you
get
wanted.
100%. I will say you can 100% put him back. I will also say that if he falls particularly poorly from this ledge, like there might not be a Jeremy Piven anymore.
he will also go from the floor up to the floor down.
The Torah process do go down as well. So we are joined by Jeremy Piven. We got
Oh,
Jeremy
my
Piven is in chat.
I love that no one wants to hang out with Jeremy Piven though. I'm sorry.
Cheerio. Okay, over to Lur.
I'm sorry to this man.
I don't think you're that bad.
Bob and Lore
Moving on.
walks
Lore.
forward to the edge of this little outcropping that we're on.
Yes.
And I think is like trying to put some distance so that they're really only this capybara is only really looking at him from, you know, hopefully Bob Hope and our recently rescued not friend are kind of like in the shadow behind him, and he steps forward. You it's gonna fully like yell at this capybara. Squeak! I'm sure in reality, but
It is a little bit like a person yelling at an elephant.
yeah.
Like those things. Cool. What do you say? You get its attention. It snorts. So you.
Great old friend of mice and water. Heed me. You do not want to hurt us. We are old friends.
All right. So this capybara looks at you with its inky black eyes, and as it does, it leans a little bit to let the moonlight in, kind of casting like light over it and you as well, giving you both kind of a little moment. And then it seems to blink its eyes, and its body seems to shimmer, its entire body. And it seems to, for a moment, be closer to you, like almost like as if its visage, as if its visage is somehow being reflected off of some surface inside, but something that's image somehow is closer to you. And its eyes seem possibly close to you as well. And it speaks, but it speaks in a way that seems to resonate in your ears. It's hard to tell like where the sound is coming from. It might just be in your head. And it says, "The squeaky ones belong to her. The others are mine. Are you a squeaky one?"
I am of the river. I squeak only when I please.
So you belong to me then. Give me a willpower save as this thing seems to be peering into you.
Let's go. Oh, can I duck it, everyone? I would like to duck, please.
Yep. That sounds like.
So just before you do,
Mhm.
just so you know exactly why you took it,
Yeah.
which I think is a wise thing to do. It's looking into its eyes, your own face starts to reflect in its eyes, and the pools of ink begin to hypnotically draw you in.
Oh,
Cool.
And as you look in, there is something is starting to come over you. For you particularly, Lure, this is going to be like a throwback. And for the viewers at home, in session 1 titled Snakes, there was a piece of fresh cooking that Bobby SOCKS made. You ate the mushrooms and they did not agree with you.
No.
And I said, we get back to this later. You're having like a straight up psychedelic flashback.
Cool.
These eyes are activating something for you. They'll do something for others as well. But we'll get to that vision in a moment. What's at stake here is that if you save, you're going to take the fear condition, which means you're going to have to get away from this creature and try to get as far away from it as you can. If you fail, you also take the fear condition, but you will lash out at the nearest mouse to you. And that's just going to be a 50-50, whether it's Jeremy Piven or boy Bob Hope. As you are overcome with a shattering discovery. So, do you want to spend the duck?
Yes, duck, please.
Cool. All right.
A duck well spent, because my will is a 10 and the dice says 10.
Yes. Fantastic.
Whew.
All right.
Go.
Take the fear condition,
Yep,
please.
I will.
All right, for the viewers at home, can you read it out loud if you have it on you?
Find it. I'll go in the book first.
Oh yeah, actually, I have it here if you can't find it.
I have it.
Yeah.
Received. Wait, that's the spell frightened. You go.
Okay, sure. So the friend condition is you have to make a will save if you want to approach the source of your fear.
Yeah.
And the source of this creature, of the fear, is this creature. More poignantly, it's what it shows you about yourself.
Yes.
And it will clear after a short rest.
Sure.
And in this game, a short rest is if you guys just can get to some safety for like 10 minutes to catch a deep breath, have a burrito, chill. Good, you're good to go. So you got the fear condition. You're gonna have to keep your distance or try to will save. Oh, and we'll get back to that vision. Yeah.
Yep.
Over to you.
Yes.
Over to Bobby SOCKS. So you're whooshing inside to the front.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, we're just gonna do a 50-50. You just want to talk to these, and you tell me if not through the front, how else are they gonna?
What else?
Where
What
are
else
they
are they
gonna
gonna
take
do?
it? Yeah.
Oh God! I mean,
So-
that's really the only way in for me right now, right?
Right. Unless they misunderstand and just start carrying you away from this.
They
'Cause
could
near
just
you
take me away.
is a boggy clearing. There's
Yeah.
this beautiful magical flower, which I think I forgot to
Right.
remind
Oh,
top.
yeah.
There's the flower,
spring.
then there's like the water
And the water
wall.
Mm-hmm.
I said maybe they're gonna take me to the water wall.
Oh,
That's right.
I know. There's so many that I've not even shared tonight.
You're
It's
doing so
okay.
Oh my
good.
God. Yeah, we're being so good tonight, folks.
Shut it. I'm trying.
Yeah, we're all being so good tonight.
Oh my God. I was like off the rails at the beginning. I'm trying to stay on track. Okay. 2.
Great. Okay. Describe how you direct them.
Oh
Buzz,
my
buzz,
gosh.
buzz, buzz.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys.
Buzz, Liz, buzz, 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 buzz.
To the front.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Little lady copter whooshes you inside. You are rocketeering into the,
Oh my god,
and
totally.
they
Oh
move
my god.
really fast, whooshing you through. They're deftly piloting around vines that are hanging down, the cracks and this strange glass, and all around this oblong shape of the smashed-in screen.
We're
They pilot you
vibing.
inside.
Yeah.
And you are kind of sort of in the middle of the space, watching this capybara stare down at Lore. And as you fly in, you also see that the capybara's like shape does this weird thing where almost its body extends out of itself and then kind of comes back, but it almost seems to be a shadow of it or a reflection, just like an outline that
Well,
shimmers
that's weird.
forward and then kind of
So it kind of like
slips back in.
could be like out of its own body experiencing like in front of me or something.
It's almost like
projecting.
it's almost like
Yeah.
projecting itself onto other
Okay.
things. Yeah. So you see that.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Well, Socks is like, that's so weird.
Coming
right.
from Socks,
I know it's got to be very.
it's got to be
weird.
real weird. And he's like, I don't know about this.
So then our ladybugs are going to go. So the half of the ladybugs that are still around, the lizards that are in a rough shape, who are still not with it. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Well, let's do this. 4. Lure.
Yes.
As you're staring at this creature, the ladybugs zip over and they absolutely cover your body. Shoulders, paws on head, kind of drooping off the ears, kind of hard for you to keep balance. You are going to be forced to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, we're good. Okay. With a
Okay.
5.
Fantastic. So they don't scoop you up right away. Now roll me a 1d4.
3.
They do 3 points of damage to you as you. Well, an apology. I should have actually asked you to roll a strength saving throw, but
better.
Even better. Great.
Yeah.
But you succeed. The ladybugs with their little mandibles, with their little scratchy little legs, scratch away your skin.
Ah.
Are you wearing any armor?
Nope.
I am armor. Well, you take 3
The
points. of
sea
damage.
is my armor.
Well, that's not very helpful here, but okay.
I love that we've been doing good for all the other games tonight, whatever those are.
Great. Now it is the capybara's turn. So we're gonna do 2 things. For the capybara to fully get inside the space, I think it's gonna need to force itself over a couple of turns, but it is going to be able to swat its arm. The way this works is this creature's huge, right?
Yeah.
It's going to swat its arm. The arm is going to do some amount of damage. Okay. So I don't know why I'm being so vague. It's going to do a d6 amount of damage. And it's just going to be a matter of if your characters are in a position that's like advantageous to you to try to duck out of the way. But everybody's going to have to do a dexterity saving throw. And it's just a matter of you either getting hit for a d6 amount of damage or half that. That's it.
Cool.
It's I'm just making little tweaks as we go through this. Again, giving everybody a peek behind the screen. I think there's other ways that people could play this, but I like that. Flexibility. Okay, great. Amazing. So, before we do that, though, the capybara, when it looked into you, triggered this flashback. This was a flashback, the vision that you saw at night after you went to sleep, you having eaten the mushrooms. The vision being so strange or whatever, your body just kind of seized up and decided to not engage with it. But now it's coming back to you. In this dream, you are sinking. Are you sinking? And I'm going to just ask you a series of this or that questions.
Yeah.
Okay. You are sinking. Are you sinking in water or are you sinking in blood?
Oh. Sorry. I think it's
That escalated very quickly.
blood.
In blood. Great. Blood of your friends, blood of your enemies.
Blood of my enemies.
Fantastic.
I love the glee in your eyes as you said blood of my enemies. I respect that so much.
Are they enemies who are executed in justice or in revenge?
Revenge.
Is it revenge for general wrongdoing or for hurting you personally?
I think it's personal. Old sailor stories, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was the pirate ship revenge.
They've hurt you personally. They which well not with not did they hurt your friends or did they hurt someone who was innocent?
I think that they hurt someone who was innocent.
Okay. Great. Which of the people in Bob Villa, did they hurt?
I think that they hurt in the way back. Bobby Morse. His flame that
Yeah, the one on the.
yeah.
All right. This is going to be quite morose, but in this memory, as you're sort of getting layers and layers because we're sinking in this blood. Triumphant. How do you feel in this moment as you're sinking into the blood and the bodies of the people who you have exacted revenge upon? How does it feel right now?
I think he feels let down by it. That he expected it to be very different, and in the end, he's just wet.
I think it's this sense of being let down, the disappointment that feels even more like sinking. And as you sink, you also know you're justified, valid for doing all of these things, and it's Bobby Morse's face that you also see sinking alongside with you, and you know without a shadow of a doubt that she's passed on. And in this moment, the mushrooms that you've eaten, you realize that the magical quality that they were able to have on you is to show you a very clear, definitive, prophetic vision of the future.
Oh.
That something will befall Bobby Morse. That if something doesn't prevent it, she's guaranteed to be dead.
Cool. All right.
I think as you start to snap, you realize as you see that, and you have that confirmation for you. What does that do for Lure? What does that activate in them? What does that make them feel?
That disappointment in that, like, I thought that things would be better. Kind of burns, like, it starts, I think, as just this, like, pit of sadness, but if a pit of sadness were an ember, and it begins to burn and burn, because it's also the adrenaline of the situation, and then suddenly being out of it, and then coming back into it, kind of surges inside of him, and that's purpose.
Yep.
That vision has given him purpose, and so with that, he is kind of oddly light because he's also covered in ladybugs that are trying to pull him away. And he's just like,
Yep. You come up out of it, the capybara's face still kind of looking at you, and even in the sort of the shadow darkness, it feels as if the capybara is grinning, as if the capybara knows this truth about you too. But as you described it, the fire that it lit inside of you, fire consumes, time is of the essence. Cool. That's the vision. All right, everybody give me
Wow.
everybody give me a dexterity saving throw to not get swiped by a big old muscly paw.
That's a 3, baby.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Hope is back on the menu.
I am on the
Lure.
menu.
Oh
no.
It's okay.
What are we doing again? Dexterity? Okay, great.
We're doing
Okay, yeah.
dexterity. Because you're flying aloft, you can do this with advantage because I think the ladybug's just generally helping you.
Thank effing goodness. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
It's not that bad. Just enough that it was not. It was over. I'm
Done with this day.
oh well. It was respectively a 12 and a 13 when I have a 10. So
Well,
we're doing great.
You did listen.
It's
you
what it
did,
wanted to
you
be.
did good, kid.
It's what it
yeah.
wanted to be.
All right, rolling the d6 here. Lure,
Yes.
Bobby,
Yeah.
SOCKS, take 5 points of damage.
What the? Oh, sorry. Hi. Okay. Thank you, sir. May I have? Nope.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't want any more.
What's everybody's HP at the moms?
Currently at the 11.
Okay.
Dose.
Ooh, lure and rough shape. Okay. 2, 3.
Quattro.
Quattro.
Dang.
Okay. Things are heating up. Alrighty, my mousy friends. Here we go. Top of the round. What do we want to do? Everybody's aware of each other. Everybody's seeing stuff. No one really knows what the fuck just transpired between Lure and the Scavabara, but everybody's seeing the swiping, the ladybugs. You guys are all just sort of present in the action of this moment. Let's go around. Bob Hope.
I'm gonna tell Jeremy Piven to. Are there any of the cords or anything nearby they could use to climb down?
I think, and I mean, just to stick to it, I think because the spiders picked this nook, they specifically picked it so it's out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would appear to be the easiest way to get down from this?
Yeah. Great question. So, I think the easiest way to get down would be to use some kind of like mouse chain, probably, to create a little bit of distance between you. The other option is if you guys could also do the hook trick. You know, if that was like something that you guys wanted to team up on.
Okay.
I think hook, sliding to the end of the hook, and that could be a way for you guys to get close enough to be able to hop down without too much impact.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to go over to Bob and Lore and try to shake them back into just full on Moonstruck.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes.
Snap out of it.
Love that. Great. I think, yeah.
It's so nice you guys to share that.
Oh.
Oh.
Time for you guys to break out of this cage.
Hey.
We're so dumb, you guys. Love it. Love everybody here. Just the greatest. Okay. Unless Laura is like 2 in the moment and needs to be specced out of it, I think you guys can just put your heads together and decide you guys are going to do that.
He's gonna run. Yes, this is a good idea.
We need to get out of here.
Yep. Let's go. Right now.
This way. This is Jeremy.
Oh. Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, what's your thing?
Not now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking up your accent again.
I can get
It's happening.
I get you a great deal. I'm the best in town.
Won't you go be the best in town?
Whoever's representing you. Okay, fine. Great. So yeah, you use the harpoon, slide down it. You're a strong stout fella. I think you're able to hold on to Jeremy Piven, and you're very strong too. I think you guys are able to make that chain.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I kind of can tell the plan is to go back through the hole that we came in
Yeah.
and get out.
Great. I think that's perfect. I think you guys can sneak down. I think you guys can make it to the hole. I will give you guys the option here. We could sort of say you guys just like leap down the hall, kind of, haul and ass. And then the idea is like you fall down the hall and you just need to do like a dexterity saving throw to like not take damage. Or you guys can like try to lay low here, try to avoid another swipe. I think because the swipes are further away from you, they're going to do less damage. If you guys are I'm making this too complicated. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like too many things in one turn. So, but on one turn, you guys could probably get to the hole. But if you guys toss yourself up, just the trade-off is you take a little bit of damage falling.
I think Laura's gonna dive into the Gek.
Oh, you go for the Gek
Mm.
to like hide.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my god, you're
Great.
such a cute little trash mouth.
And I think what I'm going to do, because I remember when we were fighting the snakes, like doing damage helped like shake them out.
Yeah.
Of whatever. Even though this was a place of great knowledge, I'd like to pick up Bob and Laura's torch.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I went in the Gek. I was like, it's
And,
torch
like,
time.
Good.
Trying to light this thing on fire.
Yeah.
Amazing. So if you guys are both of the same mind, I'll say you guys are in a safer distance away from the paw. You might still get slashed a little bit. It's going to be a D4 damage instead of D6. But if you save, you do half, etc., etc., etc. You guys can help each other light this place on fire. I
Yeah.
love that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to fly in,
You're.
but it didn't go super great, I think.
No. You did.
Okay.
I think you did well. I think
Okay.
you're there. You just got sliced just because you.
Just confirming because I missed it.
Close in the
So
way.
if we saved, you took half that damage.
It's going to be half that damage.
Okay, so
Let's wipe.
what is half of 5 for
Oh.
this game? Because
Up or
I
down?
saved.
Oh yeah. Do we round up? Do we round down? Gosh.
I mean, what I prefer.
Artem's like, I shall kill you. I will make it 3.
All right.
not
Let's do
2.
2.
Okay.
We have so few hit points.
We'll do 2.
Okay.
Okay, great. Very cool. And you're hovering. You see your buddies starting to make a move.
Mhm.
What do you think you want to do?
Oh my gosh. Well, if they're getting the heck out of here, I would be like, oh no. I would like to get the heck out of there too.
Yeah.
Why did it come back?
Wait, yeah, I flew back to get you. Oh no. Do I still have my lizards with me or did they just drop me in there?
No. The lizards are staying strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love the lizard.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Be like, ladies, let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
Kicking
Go,
them.
girls. Yep.
Oh no. Yeah.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Great. So you're gonna go with you're gonna just buzz out of there
Yeah.
because you're just able to zoom around very quickly.
Mhm.
Is there? I think you have time to do some other stuff with if there's anything else you wanted to.
I
do,
would like to see if I can be like direct them to circle, like to try to make the Cappy a little dizzy.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean though? Like it's like if their eyes are already like in this weird undulation, maybe in that little thing could break it. I don't know.
I love that
Yeah.
move. Great. Listen, it's there's not going to be any drawback here. You either get them to do it, or they get confused and you just fly out of there anyway.
Yeah.
Just give me 2.
Uh-huh.
Do this. Roll 2 luck checks.
Okay.
Okay. And just let me know what the numbers are.
Okay. What's the luck dice?
D6.
Okay, great.
So you're doing a 1, a 2, and a 3 is favorable. Otherwise.
We got a 3,
Uh-huh.
and then we got a 6.
Okay. So the 6 will be towards not really understanding how to zoom around the capybar's face. The 3 would be for getting out of there.
Great.
Or
Mm-hmm.
you could flip it
Mm-hmm.
and you could help them zoom around in front of the face, but you don't quite fly out of there. What this will do is that on a successful dexterity saving throw, y'all will take no damage from the swipe of the capybara. So the trade-off is
Because we got a dizzy capybara.
we got a dizzy capybara.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna make him dizzy.
Let's
I
go.
love it. Nice. Okay, we're making some tactical moves. Let's go. Okay, so
Gotta risk it all for the kingdom, you know?
you gotta risk it all for the kingdom. That's right. Amazing. So with your powers combined, what do we think is a trying to light something on fire kind of thing here in the middle of the action? There are not that many flammable things here, but you guys are trying to be crafty. You guys are trying to be slick. I mean, it's either Dex or Will, I think.
Yeah. I would say that for Lure, he is trying to find something to light. This is a move, obviously, that he goes to quite often.
Yeah. Good.
When in doubt, plan B.
Plan F.
Cool. So since you're both helping each other out, I think you guys just need to kind of pick the stat that works best, or Dex or Will. in this particular.
I think Will.
Yeah.
Let's do Will.
Let's do well.
Yeah.
All right, amazing. So each one of you roll and just pick the better one.
Yours is the better one.
8 under my 14.
Fantastic. You're the one who rolled better. Okay, describe how you guys help each other out, and what do you guys set on fire?
So I think we start looking at the remnants of what's around, and I think there are maybe because I think the outside is made of wood, right?
Mhm.
So I think that there are splinters from when whatever crashed through the screen crashed through and like broke things off, so that we kind of create almost a little bit of a little fire. I forgot what they're called. Like
It's a fire pit. You
Fire
made
pit,
a
yeah.
little fire.
Yeah.
and then like that, and then
Uh-huh.
start feeding it, and try to like. Oh, there's stuff in the gack that we can use, like.
Yeah,
Oh.
Lures in there like digging out like dried leaves and things that have
Yeah.
blown in there.
Try to lure it to other parts of the TV to help it catch fire, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah.
And worst case scenario, I mean, actually, smoke won't help much because the big thing in the middle is out. So hopefully it lights on fire.
I mean, smoke also does help,
Well, it's gonna mostly go out.
but the capybara is shoving its whole head in there.
Yeah.
True.
Fantastic. I love this. Frantically, you guys are making this big old bonfire fire pit. Sweet. You guys put the torch to it. It whooshes up. I think it's going to consume your torch altogether. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
one
fine.
of those things. So you guys can lose the torch.
And I'll use my shield to help fan it.
I've
Like,
already removed it from my feet.
Okay. So so this is the second round.
Watch Little Mice fanning.
Oh, we're back to the fan.
oh yeah, another fan dance.
That's right.
Good at fan.
Bobby Socks, can you describe the as you get the ladies to get information?
The whirlwind. I'm like, yes, ladies. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I know some circus song or something that they know. And we like, whatever it is, like, woo, woo, woo. And we are gonna do our little spinny spin. It feels all glorious and beautiful till all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I could feel them also maybe getting a little dizzy as we do it. And I think that's where they lose me because I've pushed them to the brink at this point.
Right.
Because we've gone up and out and in and around.
And then you're
out.
trying to direct them again.
Yeah, and it's like, I think that's like, them he's going the wrong, all the wrong directions.
Fantastic. So if
Yeah.
not out, where do you think you end up?
I'm gonna end up. Oh God, I probably like end up falling towards the gack too, or whatever, and like you gotta crawl out. I hate it though. I'm not as into gack as my friend over here, Laura, is. It happens.
It's
Not
that
all.
nice stunty fall pit that's actually just full of boxes, but in this case there's no boxes, it's just more gack. Yeah.
Okay, great. So y'all,
Thank you, Double Dare. Like, I
y'all
don't
observed
know.
this brilliant maneuvers from Socks and all of his new friends as they copter down over to the gack. You guys are all around this fire that's starting to come together. You guys are kind of back as a unit again. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see whom the ladybugs are going to go for now.
Oh yeah.
Right. Ooh. 1 or 2 Bob Hope, 3 or 4 Lore, 5 or 6 Bobby Socks.
Yeah.
Roll the 4. Lore.
Let's go.
They're loving you.
Let's go.
I'm loving it.
It's all this delicious
Yeah, they
mouth
gotta taste.
body.
Right.
So these still freaked out, enchanted ladybugs. Boom. Shoulder, paw, all over the head. Bop, bop, bop. They're covering you. Again, they're trying to lift you up to take you somewhere. Give us a strength saving throw, please.
It's that algae, the flavor enhancer.
Oh no, it was almost a 3 and then it rolled to a 19.
No.
Horrible.
Oh no.
Do you want to spin a duck? I feel like we're almost.
Yeah, this
In
feels.
the home stretch. In the home stretch. It's okay.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do it.
spin
Let's
the
duck
duck.
it. Let's
Spin
duck
the
it.
duck.
Okay,
Use the
spin the
I
duck.
got us stuck back. We're good.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's 3 ducks.
Spin that duck.
Okay.
We'll need that luck.
Nope,
Oh.
not meant to be.
Okay. The ladybugs pick you up aloft.
Oh,
And you begin to hover. And they rise. They take you up about halfway into the space. And now the capybara.
yeah, let's go. He's actually in a Chinese martial arts movie now.
Kind of floating up.
Yep.
So you see that the capybara is the smoke is starting to rise very a little bit. This is the bottom of the second round.
Let's
All right,
go.
at the end of the third round, it's going to muscle its way in and
Yeah.
fully get inside this thing. So at the end of the next round, right now, the capybara sees you floating in front of it, and it goes, "You're one of the ones that are for me. You wanna go? But I can come back for your friends later.
Where are we going?
To a place that makes me happy.
The water.
Sure. There's water there. There's all sorts of fluids there. Warm.
They all float down there.
Yep.
I mean, from the beginning when you talked about the spider and all this stuff, I was like, oh, this is the end of it. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. It's okay. I am already terrified. Thanks.
I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
Pity. You seem like a nice, tasty morsel.
Don't you eat vegetables?
I can eat anything I want now. She's made me powerful.
See?
Yes.
The owl?
Yes. I can see things. I know things now.
Yes.
I can eat things that I want. Just graze.
But grazing's delicious.
Not as delicious as blood. Flesh.
Yeah, I just prefer
Give me.
snacks.
I love this guy.
Does anybody want carrot sticks?
Don't you just eat apples?
Okay, intense. Just this capybara is gonna flash out with its paw. All right, things have changed a little bit here. You're not quite as protected. You're very close to this good guy now.
I'm being held aloft? I
You're
don't
being
know.
held aloft. I will say that there is always the gamble. The Terry gamble.
I'm always here.
There's no here. They're all here. The gamble is with us at all times. But there is the duck gamble, where you could spend 2 ducks,
2 ducks.
just to like make the roll
Yeah,
that you want.
I'll,
you know.
I'll take it.
But I'm just saying
I'll
that
body
that's an option here. So what we're at then is you're back to having to take a d6 of damage.
Yep.
You're being carried by these ladybugs, which makes that a disadvantage saving throw.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else is taking D4. You know what? I will say though, because we had the the formation, you're not at disadvantage. It's gonna be fun. But you're kind of like contending with so many different things. This thing is dizzy and frantic, and it smells blood, but also it just had a whole bunch of bugs in its face. And it's
Is
a
the
little confused.
smoke at all affecting the capybara yet?
I think the smoke is a little early right
Perfect.
now. Yeah, it's
That's
just
what I figured.
Yeah. You're in a good spot. You're at D1. Oh, you're at saving
D4.
throw with advantage,
Mhm.
and you will be able to negate all damage. Same thing for you. Everybody roll dexterity saving throws for me, please.
1.
Ooh, miraculously great.
That's
Okay.
a miracle.
I have a mission.
11 under my 13, so we're good.
Wow. Okay.
With advantage, you said?
With advantage.
Thank God for that advantage, though. That 19 was not cute.
No.
Same. I was 18, now 4.
Good work.
Oh my goodness. So this capybara, because of your freaking move, Socks, gets dizzy. It smells blood. It's just so like viciously excited. Ugh, I'm gonna eat good today. Yeah. And
Just a leftover Jeremy Piven.
you can feed him the pivot.
Yeah, the tail.
But,
The
hey,
tail's there.
it swipes across the space with its paw. You are able to actually, I already described how you guys magnificently Matrix style dodge this. Let's go around, starting with Socks.
Oh gosh. I was like myself a little dizzy after going around in the circles too. And just as soon as those guys dropped me, I was like, I guess that was just the right place at the right time. Rolling, through the yak, and then just being myself being disgusted, like shaking myself free and then rolling again. I think forward, just out, like
Yeah.
because I was like, I didn't want to be a part of it, out of the TV,
Yeah.
just like, okay, I guess I'm free. But I want to grab onto like a little vine because it's in the front,
Cute.
Great.
and then just like maybe take a little breath, and then look about how far I gotta go. It's not too bad, and I'm gonna let myself go.
Nice, amazing. Yeah, and like as you're just so hyper focused on that, the paw never even comes into your purview. What about Fleur?
I think that the ladybug's holding him, like, he's like, oh no, as it comes at him, and he tucks his little feet up, but then instead of, because he's now suddenly in this, like, martial arts movie, tucks his feet up, sees the paw coming, and it's moving just slow enough
Yeah.
that he practically runs up the arm
Ooh.
as it's coming, being held aloft by these ladybugs.
Amazing. Just using momentum of both things.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And Hope, how do you?
Question: does Jeremy Piven have to make a roll?
Wow, this is a good
I think
question.
this is a funny question.
Yeah, Piven does need to make that roll, and he be making that with a lot of disadvantage. Thank you for playing the game fairly.
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 Well-
All right. Let's can someone who feels hot, somebody's feeling hot, roll me 3d6, please.
Oh, 3d6?
God.
I got you.
And tell me what the two highest scores on that are.
That's a 6.
Oh, we got a 6, a 3, and a 1.
So that's 9 altogether.
Yes.
Hey,
10 altogether.
No.
6,
Six,
6,
Yeah,
1.
10.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, okay. And so just taking the two highest rolls there.
Oh, the
six
two
and
highest, the
3,
9.
9. Hey, y'all, that's Jeremy Piven's dexterity score.
Nice.
Boom.
Hey.
Jeremy
Uh,
Piven.
I love it.
let's do a dexterity saving throw with him with advantage, please.
Okay. Nope. Nope.
Oh, rough.
Fantastic.
R.I.P.
We're so sad.
So rough. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh
I mean, worst
my
case
God.
scenario, he doesn't make it out, and Jeremy Allen White takes over.
Yeah.
All we ever wanted.
All right, listen. Let's just have a crunchy moment here. Let's do another 3d6 roll to
Okay.
figure out what his strength was to begin with.
Okay,
You got one?
I got 2.
Okay. I got
Or we all want to do one?
Let's
Yeah,
all
let's
do
do
one.
one.
Okay, great.
2.
Tag team.
One.
3.
So that's 5. Okay,
Where have
fantastic.
these ones been all night?
Okay, so
Waiting for this moment.
his strength is 5. Okay, we know he's his. You know, strength is a dumb stat, right? Will is
Strength
where
is the
he
gift of
really-
gab.
So, all right, he's got a 5 strength. He's been cocooned up here for days. Do we assume that he's at 0 hit points to begin with, or 1 hit point? Where do we think he's at?
The
I
fact
think
that he's
1
still
hit
breathing.
point.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
a
he's
1
got to have
hit point.
something,
All
right?
fair. The capybara just swung, failed both of his dexterity saving throws. Bless. The capybara just did straight up 4 points of damage,
Oh,
which means it reduces him to. We take the 1 out of the hit points, 0. The remainder goes into taking off
Strength.
3, so he's down to 2 strength.
oh my god, we're going to have to carry this now.
He has to make a critical saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So who feels very hot? Who wants to roll a
I mean,
200?
I was until I rolled.
Until
like,
you
an
were.
18
I've
and
rolled
a
2
14.
ones,
For
so
the
let's
fate- For
go.
the fate of Jeremy Piven.
Are we ready?
Sure.
This is really silly.
The 13.
Goodbye, Jeremy Piven.
Fantastic. I'm talking franchises, big time. What's that? A promotion? it's like he
Join
sees
the
the
mouth
light. And as he dreams of managing and representing bigger and bigger stars, he faints.
Literal stars.
So the reason I asked was I was going to work him into my role.
Fantastic.
Luckily, I made it. So I think it's literally a moment of he's facing me, and I try to tell him to duck. And
He's too worried
He's too
about
busy
busy
trying
trying
to
to make a
convince me.
deal.
Yeah.
And so he gets smacked, but I don't realize he got smacked because as the paw's coming at me, I kind of dive between the two, like a couple fingies on the paw.
Yeah.
I kind of like tuck and roll,
Yep. Very good.
which is fine. And then I look back like, beans.
Yep. Rip.
Yeah, but poor Jeremy Piven's tiny little body gets flinged along, and and for the narrative loveliness of it all, like what is that thing they do in golf? Like a putt when you get something into a hole. It's close up, like a putt. Piven falls through the floor through the hole in the floor and falls out of the TV.
Aw, a pivot in one.
A Piven in one.
A hole in one.
Who, folks, you are all set to jump down the hole and out of the TV. You are all set to jump down the hole and out of the TV. But Lore maintains a loft in the middle of the TV. And that is where we're going to pause.
Oh, incredible.
You monster.
Oh my
so
God.
good. So good.
All right, we've got floating mice, we've got putting mice, we've got ladybugs.
Wild.
We got it all, folks.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening and joining us for another Happy Jacks RPG actual plays. This has been Mausritter RPG by Isaac Williams in an all-original adventure called What About Bob, folks? We would love to thank our chat mods who've been hard at work in the chat. Thank you so much for creating a safe, lovely, cozy space for us to enjoy this game and talk to all the fans. We also want to thank and shout out our amazing Patreons. Y'all are great. Rad, beautiful, strong, good-looking, fantastic. What else can you say? Just the best mouse. No, what do we call them? Mousemen? What do we?
Oh yeah.
Mouse
Humans?
Humans.
Just the best humans around.
Oh.
Patreons, thank you. It's because of you that we are able to play games like Mausritter and enjoy them without worrying about publishing companies or system popularities. And everybody out there, you can join the brave ranks of those humans by going to happyjacks.org/Patreon. And now I would like to shout out once again our fantastic players here, starting on this side today with our in-house studio producer, Joey.
Hey everybody, I am Joey. I shall continue to be Joey as long as the dice are in my favor. You can find me on the internet as Feywild, FEYWILDE, or Feywild85. This is the big thing I'm have going on at the moment. The big Renaissance Fair every year is coming up. I believe I don't have exact dates, but it's like the first weekend of April. I'll have dates for you next week, I promise. And then hopefully something else coming up down the pipe. I should find out next week.
Finally.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. So keep your eye on the socials for that.
Suspense.
And then as soon as I figure out how to post fun things about my Drag Race Fantasy League, I will do that. I've been playing around on Canvas. We'll see if I can make something fun on that.
sounds
So,
good.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Kai, over to you.
As accused, I'm Kai. You can find me all over the internet as Estelle of Imladris. You can find me this Saturday for the triumphant mid-season return of the Chaos Protocol, where we are, oh gosh, in the middle of it all, in a city of vampires and apparently werewolves. And even though the werewolves, some of them think they're just little guys, they're not. They're like 9 foot tall, buff werewolf women.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you're right. Don't. There's also a 13-foot tall one.
Okay.
And there's gonna be thirsty vampires and political intrigue and weird betrothals that I'm still not sure what's going on, and an art gallery. So that's this Saturday. And then you can also catch me around the internet because I just tuned up my own personal Twitch stream to start doing my own streaming, talking about costuming, talking about fandom and weird fandom history, as well as probably playing some video games. So come follow me at Estelle of Imladris on Twitch and see all of my beautiful new assets and everything. It's a good time.
Amazing. Heck yeah. Terry.
Just following Kai's Twitch right now. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm at the Terry Gamble. Yay, that's me. Oh God.
The
okay.
Terry Gamble.
The Terry Gamble. There is another. I've killed her and eaten her at this point, like a big old spider. And I've brought her into my web. You can find me at Horror Movie Survival Guide every Monday. We have fresh episodes coming out. Episode 403 dropped yesterday, so here we are.
Exuma.
Yeah, Exuma. Oh my God,
Exuma.
someone knows the episode. Korean horror, yes.
Exuma, not eczema, which is
Yeah,
very different.
totally
And I was
different.
like, eczema?
Totally, it's all about the skin issue that this person was having. No, it's not that. It's very
Rough.
different. It's a whole nother thing. But it's super good. What else? I don't know. I feel like I need to tell you other things, but that's all I got right now.
Doing so good.
You can check out the archive of old video shows that I have from oh my God, I can't even think today. Georgia Romero Foundation. Hi guys. I just talked with Suze Romero last month, Georgia's widow, about amazing history and what's happening at their foundation. We have some wonderful guests lined up for the rest of the year. We actually been programming that this last couple of weeks. So I'm really excited for all the people we have lined up for the rest of the year. Yes, the year. We plan far in advance to get all of our
Good.
guests. I know it does help. So the last Thursday of every month, we talk to a different femme or woman in horror, about their lives and about why they love horror and how they do what they do. I love getting to hear some nuts and bolts for those who are into horror and want to get more into it. We've talked to a lot of great creators this last year that have really made their own communities in places that are not LA or New York, and just, which I think has been really inspiring. Even for my friends here in town, they're like, oh, someone is in Kansas City and just like did all that. It's like, yes, like you find your people. Someone in Cleveland, you know what I mean? Though it doesn't matter where you are. If you find your other fellow nerds, you can probably make something together. That's what it comes down to. And I think we're going to need more and more of that as our industries have changed and are changing. I think it's going to continue to be more grassroots projects and things getting done. And that's how some of your favorite movies are made. That's how George's movie was made in freaking, Pittsburgh, and just getting together with a bunch of his friends and like night hosts, and putting stuff together. So continuing that spirit and moving on, I think that's how we're going to get it done, considering, the climate that we are currently in 2025 as we record this.
Oh, vey.
Yeah.
What's it like to be so right, Tara?
I think about
Thank
it so
you,
much.
Tara.
It's gonna
Me
be
at
a
night.
burden.
Amazing. And I am Artem. My pronouns are he and they. I have a scary movie and a sandwich podcast. It's called Scary Movie and a Sandwich. I pair scary movies with sandwiches, and we talk about the layers, the hidden meanings, the flavors of both the movie and the sandwich, and why they go well together. I just released a new episode about the Spanish horror flick called Piggy, which was paired with a pulled pork sandwich,
Obviously.
but there's a little twist. It's not
it
just a
spicy?
sandwich. We also do a cochinita pibil burrito. So, well, I'm in LA. I have to, shout out the Mexican food here. So,
I mean, yeah.
so Scary Movie and a Sandwich. You can check me out on all ear listening entertainment platforms, and there's a handful of episodes up on YouTube as well. There will be a few episodes coming out soon on the Emporium of the Wayward Gamer, run by Jay Neofat on the socials, where I'm playing Hunter the Reckoning in a kind of a long, ongoing campaign that's going to be jumping through different seasons. So that's pretty neat. Very rad, very exciting. Listen, I wanted to actually just double down and shout out the people here. Joey, I love that you're keeping us in suspense. I can't wait to hear about you doing more theater work.
What is this?
I'm excited to get more into Transplanter. I listened to the first episode of the third arc. And then I
Oh
was
God,
like,
it's very different.
and then I was like, oh, there's a lot of like stuff here. And then I went to the very first episode of the first arc, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
So like, it's like there's gods present, and they're like ascending. We meet Fate and Artemis, and it's like
Fate.
a lot of like very very cool things going on. Your GM
Connie.
is like in the pocket. Like
Connie's
is creating this like
incredible.
incredible like audio, like drama narrative. It's just so rich. It's far out. I like love discovering. I mean, you guys have been doing it for a million years at this point. But I like anytime I like stumble upon a new gem, I'm like, oh, look at this cool little thing. They've been around for 1,000 years. I'm the new one here. But it's just like it's incredible what you guys have been doing, and like everybody needs to go over to Transplanter, become huge fans ASAP.
Also, you've probably seen Connie on TikTok if you're on TikTok, because that's where everyone finds Connie.
I'm not on TikTok really, so
It's super rad, and I'm listening to
grateful I saw
I'm
Connie
listening
not
to
there.
the Exuma episode right now for the Horse Survivor movie guide. Dang,
Oh.
there's nothing to sneeze at. 403 episodes? Are you kidding me? It's just like
That's
I think
wild.
what you guys are doing is far out. I think it's fantastic what you guys are doing for like the horror industry, just because I think it's like a lot of things get visibility and are talked about that people will just like sleep on.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm like a horror fan. I'm like, oh, never heard of this, never heard of this, never heard of this. So thank
we
you.
try to keep it mixed because sometimes like our episodes that do better are always the ones that are like the pop culture things, but we try to do deep cuts
Mhm.
and
But
mix
also,
it
like-
in with like classics. So if we have stuff from 1920s this year, we just got a couple more that we just recorded this
Amazing.
last week, so I'm excited. So, and that's also been really interesting because I went deep like diving the end of last year on like 20s, 30s, and 40s for whatever
Hell
reasons.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As far as like trying to find stuff for
Yeah.
programming for this year, so. I'm excited. We have some really
Rad.
fun stuff,
So
so we
rad.
try to keep it fun.
I know. I'm sure Bill would love for us to mention
Oh, yes.
to tune into Severed Sons
Severed Sons.
Studios.
For
which
their Call of the Nether Deep, no longer Call of the Nether Deep.
That's right, that's
Xandria
right.
campaign.
Yeah, but it started as Rolling in Another Deep, which is very good, very
Yeah.
good.
They
I was
could have had it all.
they could have had it all.
Bill?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the cringe.
Yeah.
But there's a great moment on the first episode I just listened to where there's where Bill's character is accused of cheating during an arm wrestling match,
No,
and it's
baby
like the
boy.
reaction. I'm like, oh, this is foreshadowing. I think this character becoming very, very like. If anybody challenges him, he just doesn't know how to process those kind of feelings.
Baby boy.
Big feelings.
Yes, just want to shout out, and again, Joey, please, we want to see you on stage. We want to see you in the lights.
Captivate
Keep
us
us
all.
keep us posted, please.
We'll find
At
out.
least
All
we'll
right.
always have fair.
You
Oh,
know,
thank
always,
you.
always have
Let us-
fair.
Fair.
Let us know if you need Jeremy Piven on the case, okay? To talk deals,
You're
numbers,
really
figures,
hard for it to be on the case
percentages.
now.
Right?
All right, folks, let's close it up. Last couple of shout outs. I'm shouting out Story Games LA. I'm actually wearing a Games on Demands t-shirt
Oh,
right
hell yeah.
now. Woo! I know this is not great for posterity, but OrcCon is coming up, OrcCon 2025, and Games on Demands is going to be there, and they're super rad. And Dead Gamer Society is going to be there as well. They're super rad. And this lovely channel is going to be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this lovely channel does have 2 other actual plays currently happening.
Correct.
We've got the Astral Circus run by Jason Mills, and we've got the Die RPG run by Lloyd. I forget Lloyd's last name. I apologize, Lloyd. But Lloyd, Jason in the mix. Die RPG, Astral Circus, Spelljammer. Gang, we've got a lot of great stuff. Some fantastic casts across all 3 of our actual plays.
Truly.
So get into it, folks. We're so pleased to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Any final thoughts for our dear listeners and viewers?
I have a baby shout out.
Yeah, let's go. What baby you would
Hey
like to
folks.
shout
No.
out?
Kai wants to fight this baby.
Oh my god.
He's on site.
Bring it on.
Hey folks, it's Black History Month, and we just had a big, very scary event in Los Angeles. And for Black History Month, I am trying to send people to the community aid Dina at Gmail. They have an amazing, huge spreadsheet of specifically Black families that were affected in the historically very people of color friendly full
The
Altadena
neighborhood my
area.
parents lived in before me.
Oh my god!
My brother was born in that neighborhood, and I have a lot of family and friends there. And my parents were just there visiting because
Oh.
I grew up in San Diego, but they came up to visit and give stuff to friends and family there. So it's very connected to me and
Yeah.
my life and my childhood. And so
Oh.
no, it's very
It's
much
very
that.
real,
It's
yeah.
where Jackie Robinson lived. It's where
Yeah.
Octavia Butler lived.
Oh
It's
my
where a
God.
lot of our histories that of people
People of color
were able to get a house
Yeah.
back in the day. And so it's a lot of generational archives that are gone,
Yeah.
that are absolutely lost. So people are really trying to rebuild as much as possible. So yes, check
Yeah.
out that list. Absolutely.
It's real good. It has a bunch
Yeah.
of families in need that are all doing community aid calls to try and help rebuild their lives.
And
So,
people still really need the help right now
Yeah.
because the news cycle has done the thing that it does, and it's already, doing a bunch of stuff. I mean, I too have been, I can be accused of going down the Super Bowl rabbit hole.
I mean, there
Like,
was some good stuff.
it was very good, but also like those people still need support. So anything that you can give or donate, even if it's like, $2, whatever, it doesn't like that still is going to go towards helping somebody feel the support, feel the love, and feel, what they can get, what they need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, please remain wonderful humans.
Humans.
My new favorite word. Humans.
Humans out.
Bye.